Just let me know the, you're going to tell me. You should have your headset on.
You told me not to wear it.
That way you can hear when they say a little commercial. And don't forget, we'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors.
You can hear me?
Yeah. That means if you talk, everybody else can hear you too, Dan.
Alright, here we go.
Move it a little closer. There you go. There you go.
Welcome to the state of PA football. PA football news .com's review of high school football around the state of Pennsylvania. From Philly to Erie, Scranton to Pittsburgh, Johnstown to St. Mary's, York to Bradford, and all areas in between. Whether you're a Bulldog, a Lion, Crusader, Eagle, or Millionaire, host Billy Splain has you covered. Thanks to our sponsor, the Funding Zone. We'll be traveling the state, bringing a guest host and a friend or two. There's just one question. Are you ready for some football?
I can hear it.
And now, your host, Billy Splain.
You guys, but for us,
All right, here we are, live with the state of PA football. I'm Billy Splain from PAFootballNews.com. This is not Brian Tuschinski. This is Brian Tuschinski right here. Hollywood was supposed to be with us tonight, but unfortunately Hollywood fell ill, and Hollywood is now in the hospital tonight. So sitting in for Hollywood is Schuylkill Haven intern Karlee F.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to the show, Karlee.
Thanks for having me.
This is the first time she's ever been on the air for anything. Isn't that right?
Yep.
Right into the fire she goes. And it's going to be interesting. Can you hear in your headphones?
Yes.
All right. So let's get this show rolling. Brian, first of all, I'm going to say I know you're watching, right? So we're thinking about you, Brian, and we're praying for you. I hope you get better real quick because Friday's coming. And you don't get no days off. So you got to get better real fast. All right, packed show tonight. We got a loaded show tonight, Karlee.
Yes, we do.
We got the Pottsville Crimson Tide here. Coach Bedoy is here. We have Blue Mountain coming in. Tom Gallagher's coming in. We have Mike Farr from Schuylkill Haven. You know Mike very well, right?
Yes, I do.
And we have Justin France and the Minersville Miners coming in here tonight. Usually we do 3, but I'm in the area, so I figured we'd try and squeeze as many players and teams in as we could. So it's going to be a great show. How was your weekend?
It's very good. Schuylkill Haven squeaked out a win last week, so it was very nice.
Squeaked out a win. You finally got to write about a win.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
So Karlee is she's a member of our team, and she does a really good job. So what Karlee does is Karlee is an intern for PAFootballNews.com, and that's something we do with kids from all over the place. We have a young man named Dylan Johnson who interns for us. We have a couple other ones, a guy in Berwick. We have Avery Johnson down at Schuylkill University. We have Nate Garella and a whole crew out in the backyard game out in Pittsburgh. So we do internships, and what we do is we bring kids in and we teach them how to write. Now, if you're interested in being a writer, you don't have to want to be a sports writer. What we do is we teach you how to write for any kind of publication. We brought Karlee in. How did you hear about this internship, Karlee?
I saw it over a Facebook post that Schuylkill Haven shared. My mom, who's actually here tonight, shared it with me. And I went to my principal, hi Mom, and I got in contact with Billy here, and yeah, that's how it all started.
That's awesome. And are you having a good time doing it?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I love it.
So are you big into sports?
Yes, absolutely. I hope that when I graduate high school, I can go to college to become a sports journalist.
Well, that's good news because you know what? We had another guy do that, and he got a job with a television station, and he reports on sports this year, Tristan Kleinfelder.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we can do for you, and hopefully you'll stay with us for 8 years. That would be awesome.
I plan to.
And we do a lot with interns. We also do photography interns. We have a lot of photographers out there that do internships with us. We teach them how to take pictures and stuff like that. So Karlee, let's get right into the weekend. I was down in Philadelphia this weekend. Have you ever been to Philadelphia?
I have, yes.
Do you like Philadelphia, or are you a country girl?
I do like Philly. I'm a huge Phillies fan. I like Philly sports, so I like going down there when I can.
Yeah. The Phillies did what today?
They've won. I am very, very happy about that.
All the Phillies fans are happy. I'm going to be honest with you. If it's not football, I don't follow it. I just don't. I don't follow basketball. I don't follow any of those sports. High school football is what I do, and college football. We covered them all. But I was in Philadelphia this weekend. I saw 5 games. It was amazing. Going to Philadelphia is great, and we have a blast down there. And whenever I get to go down there and meet all the coaches and players and stuff like that, it's just a really fun time, and you get to see teams that you normally wouldn't see. Some of the public schools don't get that much publications, and when we go down there, we get to put them on the air. I saw Sonic Rocks, I saw Holy Charter, I saw Perkiomen Valley. I'm never going to remember the name. Oh, by the way, behind me, you can see him now. Dan the Man's on the air. Dan the Man, he is live at the Crew's house in Pottsville. Hey, if you're watching, come on down. This food in here smells fantastic, and we're actually going to eat on the air. They're going to bring us food. So that's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm hungry.
I bet you are excited to eat on the air. I got to see the big game. I got to see Monsignor Bonner Prenny. They beat Newman Goretti on Saturday. That was an exciting game, and I got to see a really, really huge crowd. I went to Perkiomen Valley and Springford, and those are 2 larger schools, and there was just an enormous crowd. It was huge. It was a crowd like when Berwick and Pottsville used to play. It was huge. Yeah, so that was fun. Got to talk to a lot of players down there, and we just had a great time. Big games this week. There was a lot of big games this week. Karlee, Central Bucks East and North Penn. First of all, let me step in right now. One of the games that we had that we were supposed to do was Coatesville and Downtown West. That was the game we won in the state. Hands down. That got canceled due to violence, threats. Folks, if you know people who are like this, just tell them to stop. All you're doing is hurting the kids, right? That's all it does. It's just hurt the kids, Social media is the devil, isn't it?
It sure is. Let the kids play.
That's right. Let the kids play. Central Bucks East beat North Penn. North Penn is a strong team, but they're just having a little bit of an off season. There's Perkiomen Valley and Springford. It was 7-6. It was an exciting game. Perkiomen Valley was leading 7-0 until under 2 minutes to go. Springford scores a touchdown. 45 seconds to go in the game. They went for 2. And they didn't get it. That's a tough way to lose a football game. You're going to have to pardon me back here, Dan, but the next score I have, ladies and gentlemen, the Berwick Bulldogs, that's my hometown, beat Dallas. Dallas was a ranked team, and they beat them 30. They slaughtered them 39-22. Right now, we got a big surprise. What do you got for me over here? Look at this.
So I have the Aristocrat Burger.
Look at this. Bro,
And the
Dan, can you see this on the air?
Thank you.
Can you see that on the air, Dan?
Yes, we can.
What's this burger I ordered?
You ordered an Aristocrat Burger.
The Aristocrat Burger. What's on this burger?
Gouda, caramelized onion, bacon.
Gouda, caramelized onion, and bacon. I got a pickle, and I got French fries. I'm gonna try one of the French fries right now. They are good. We're gonna eat right on the air. I know Phil some more. If you're watching, Phil, memories, buddy. Remember this? Yeah. Can I get like a bath towel? No, I'm just
There,
kidding.
you got it. I'll get you some wet wipes too.
Yeah. I'm a bath towel kind of guy, but yeah, Berwick with a big win over Dallas. Nobody saw that coming. 39-22. Crestwood over Hazelton. Crestwood's a real deal. Hazelton, we thought was very strong, but Crestwood's doing a good job this year. They knocked them down. Lakeland and Dunmore. Dunmore, we almost brought them into our rankings, but Dunmore is a single A or double A team, but 55-14. Dakota Dupree up there is just doing a fantastic job with and Coach. I can't get his name. Cards. I don't know. There's a lot of W's in the seasons, so it's a difficult name. But Lakeland's a real deal. Valley View and Scranton. Valley View top. Scranton. Valley View was hurting at the beginning of the year, but they're doing pretty good. You want to read off a couple of these scores?
Sure.
I'm going to take a big bite of this burger. Look at that bacon.
We have Cumberland Valley 35, Central Dauphin 21. Then we have York Catholic, 17. They squeaked out a win against Hanover.
They did squeak out a win. York Catholic is ranked, and that's a tight game for them against the Hanover Hawks.
Then we have Danville, who shut out Montoursville, 42-0.
Danville is flying high.
They
Flying
seem to be.
high.
We have Conemaugh Township.
That's Conemaugh Township, Karlee.
Conemaugh.
Yep, Conemaugh Township. We have a lot of strange names out in Western PA. Conemaugh is one of them. We're not like around here where everything's Schuylkill. North Schuylkill, Schuylkill, Schuylkill Valley.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's pretty simple down here. Don't have my license quite yet, so don't get to travel too much. We have Tyrone, who beat Clearview 21-14.
That's Clearfield.
Clearview. Wow, doing a great job tonight.
Mom, I thought you said she was good with those big words. What's up with that?
We have Richland, who beat Bedford.
Two ranked teams. Richland highly ranked in 2A. Bedford highly ranked.
25-23, so very close game.
Yeah, it was a close game. Watch this. It's trippy.
Looks good.
It is good. The aristocrat burger here. Come on down, Crimson House, Pottsville. If you're an hour away, we're on till 8 o'clock. Come and eat some food.
Okay, I'm gonna have Billy pick up the rest of the names so I don't butcher anymore.
You just want to eat.
True.
She does.
This looks very good.
Another one, a lot of people thought Boiling Springs was going to win this game, but Juniata pulled out the upset. I guess you could call it an upset, 13-7. Juniata has a good game against Upper Dauphin this week. That may be for some playoff seedings. It's very interesting there. Pine, Richland, and Central Catholic played this week. Central Catholic started out the year highly ranked, and I think they've lost 4 games now, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Pine Richland 35, Central Catholic 13. Stowe Rocks is another team that's we've been high on all year long. Stowe Rocks, and I think last week they struggled 6-0, right, Dan?
Again, it was a close game.
Yeah, and then the 2 weeks previous to that, Stowe Rocks scored 11 or 12 touchdowns on special teams and defense and slaughtered teams. This week their offense stepped up and they beat I believe previously undefeated Washington 36-0. The biggest game out that way in Pittsburgh was Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair. Of course, Upper St. Clair was ranked number 3 in our rankings, 5A. Bethel Park, we had ranked high early in the season. They took a loss. We dropped them out. They're back 27-14. They beat Upper St. Clair. They replaced Upper St. Clair in the top 10 in our rankings. One of the games our man Protime went to, Protime Phil, I know Phil. He went to Brockway and Keystone, and it was 21-20. It was a very close game, Karlee, very close game. Yep. And then McDowell, we wanted to see how McDowell responded after that slaughtering they took the Cathedral Prep. Well, they responded well by beating up on high-ranked Meadville. Now, McDowell's 6A and Meadville's 4A, but still, they put a pacing on him. Karlee.
Okay. We have Farrell, who beat Sharpsville 48-7.
2 ranked teams, NCAA, number 1 in Farrell.
We have Hickory, who beat Grove City 24-14. Then we have General McLean, who beat Wilmington, close score, 22-19.
You didn't butcher that, by the way. You got right, McLean.
Awesome. Glad I'm warming up to the show. Oh, good. Now we're getting into schools that I'm familiar with. We have Catasauqua, who beat Minersville pretty well, 38-8.
And of course, Minersville was on a run there for a while. They were doing very well, and I think they've lost the last 2,
I think so.
or last 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Bethlehem Freedom and Whitehall. We talk about this league all the time, Karlee. This is the EPC South down in Allentown. It's hands down the toughest right now. It's always been a toss-up between the Mid-Penn Commonwealth and the EPC. Right now, the EPC South is it's a brutal conference, and they're just beating the crap out of each other. Freedom, high-ranked start, we thought they were the team, right, Dan? And boom, down they go. Then up they come. They beat Whitehall 33-17. Another one of our guests tonight, Blue Mountain, had an easy time. Wilson had a great team last year. They're having a down year this year, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I actually had them as a sleeper. And Owen's 7 now.
They're still sleeping.
Yeah.
Northwestern Lehigh 41, Pottsville 35. Of course, Pottsville and Tom Boy's coming up. Tough loss for Pottsville on that one, very tough. Nazareth 42, Allentown Central Catholic 14. Allentown Central Catholic is that team that they're a 4A team out of EBC South. They have 3 losses now, right? Where's it
All
And- Yeah, they play 6A schedule, so kudos to them. Allentown Central Catholic will be a contender come playoff time. There's no doubt in my mind. Nazareth, big game this weekend.
Yeah, I believe Hollywood's
I hope so. I hope Hollywood. Hey, Hollywood, you got a big game this weekend. You got to get better. I mean, we got to get you to that game. If not, Dan's gonna have to fly from Harrisburg down to Battlin. It could be tricky. Over the weekend, also Imhotep Charter in Northeast. Of course, Imhotep high ranked powerhouse. Northeast has some skill players, but it started out to be a fairly even game. It was 7-0 for a while, and then Imhotep pulled away, 28-0. Then the next game, my last game of the Philadelphia weekend that I had was Warner Peretti 26, Newton Peretti up 14. Warner is the real deal. Warner Peretti played a great game. Their defense came out ready to play and just shut down. At the beginning of the game, they shut down Newton Peretti. Forced turnovers, Dan. We saw a fumble return and we saw a pick 6. The fumble return was the quarterback dropped back and he threw the ball behind himself. And the receiver, the running back, just let the ball hit the ground, thinking, hey, pass. And Isaiah Sessions picked the ball up and just ran it into the end zone. Afterwards, I interviewed and I said, talk about that play. And he said, I think I wanted to say, he said, Coach always told me, play through the whistle until you hear it. And he said, I didn't hear no whistle, so I grabbed the ball and I went right to the end zone. So, those are, I think you two coaches out there can agree, those are 2 words that you want to hear your players say, Coach said. Yep, Coach said, so that's what you want to hear. Roman Catholic,
That's not what I said.
12, Archbishop Wood 7. That was a tight game for Roman Catholic. Archbishop Wood had a rough start to the season this year. They actually canceled their first game, Dan. Yeah, they were trying to get players to come out. St. Joe's Prep, 41. LaSalle College, who we thought was going to be good this year, 11. And Belmont Charter, who is a surprisingly very good Belmont Charter, apparently, but and Hollywood is supposed to cover that game too.
Yeah, he is. And I actually got to cover them over the spring last year when we had that United and going on.
Yeah, different team this year, isn't it?
It's a totally different team.
Yeah, totally different team. So they get the big win, 40-22 over Kansas again. So that's our weekend wrap up. It was a good weekend. There weren't a lot of big games, but there were enough big games out there to pique some interest. But we're here live. We're in Pottsville. I'm inviting everybody to come on down to Pottsville, check out the crowd, be a part of the crowd, be the crowd. Right now, as it stands, we're hoping to see more people show up down here, and we're going to bring some guests up here in a few minutes. Right now, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors, like Shoebacks, right down the road, right there.
I believe it's up in
Shendo.
or Ash.
Is that what it's called down here? Is it Shendo or Shenandoah?
It all depends how you like to say it.
What do you guys call it? You call it Shendo or Shenandoah?
Shenandoah.
Shenandoah?
Around Auburn, it's called 462.
Anyway, around Auburn, around anywhere, it's Shoebacks Clothing and pipe fitting. And they're a great sponsor of ours. Of course, last week we were down at the Girth Pub in Exton, Wyoming. Sorry, Wyoming. Yep. So we were there tonight. We're here. We're at Chris's house. We're having dinner. We're going to go hear from some of our sponsors, some of our great sponsors, and we'll be right back with Pottsville.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Suppressor from the #1 fundraising company in the state of Pennsylvania. If you need help raising funds for your program, please contact us.
Give me 3 or 4 minutes.
885-0900.
Let's run for a little bit. Give me some time to eat this burger.
We don't call it Shadow, we call it 462.
462.
462.
Why?
That's
Area
just-
code.
Yeah, the area
Area
code.
code, I think.
Yeah.
How's your food?
Very good. You're afraid to eat on camera, weren't you?
Just go ahead and eat on camera.
The money I've made associated for the past few years, I put all that money in savings to pay to finish my college education. In 6 months, when I paid that.
No big deal.
The fishing in the state championship.
Last week we had 200 people.
200? Where were we at last week?
You know, the ups and downs.
Down toward
And
Philly.
getting that call really meant a lot to me. Sometimes I see student athletes that I
Exton, you
officiated
know where
years
Exton
and years
is?
and years ago, and they say, "Man, you
Do
did
you
a
see
great
it across the
job."
walls?
Yeah.
Yeah, the place was packed from 5 o'clock until
Circle W
8:30.
Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former
Just
athletes,
keep running those
coaches, and
commercials till
athletic
I'm ready.
directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features.
Make it
League
full.
Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much, much
Put your
more.
ball in right here.
Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with RefPay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our performance tracker and stat tracker apps. Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The stat tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home, with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleWsports.com, the official online platforms of PA Football News and the PSFCA Big 33.
Yeah.
There are 2 things in life that you can't outrun: taxes and debt.
What did you say for Clearfield? I didn't hear it.
Everything else you can outrun
Did I say Clearview instead of Clearfield?
Yeah.
Oh.
if you're close to it. You can teach speed.
Just be glad Peckway Valley isn't on there. You would have never got that one.
CoachCom is the proven and trusted leader in coaching communications. For over 30 years, we built our business on innovation with your coaching.
We have another Pottsville coming up.
HOLLYWOOOOOD, because the experience and the know very knowledge solutions.
Got a minute.
All right. Sarah, just tweet down your meal. Whoever did turn my phone down.
Did you say Conemaugh?
Conemaugh Township.
Conemaugh. Okay.
Mike, did we get a featured speaker yet? For the coaches clinic.
I try to stay in my lane.
Whose lane is that? Is that Tommy's lane?
There's 2 seconds and you want to go do another one.
I'm ready. Hey Tom, come on up, guys.
All right, let's go, guys.
You move over 1 seat.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we're in transition right now. We're back. As you can see, I'm pretty well through this burger. Have you guys ever eaten here before?
Yeah, I've eaten here.
You guys are gonna stand behind us here?
Alright, am I
All
sitting
right.
here?
You're gonna have a seat right there. Grab that. Gentlemen back there's the microphone. You're all gonna share that microphone. As soon as you're up there, hey, he's big. That's a big guy.
Yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
Good, how's it going?
Good to see you. Tom Lloyd, head coach, Pottsville Crimson Tide. Who'd you bring, Tom?
I got Amari Bainbridge.
Let's pull that microphone. There you go. Yeah.
I got Amari Bainbridge, Kieran Houston, Joey Palco, Parrish McFarland, TJ Allen. These are my 5 captains.
Joey Palco, I write his name all the time.
Yeah.
Good football player.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glad to have him back.
Welcome to the show, guys. How's it going?
Thanks.
All right, awesome. Tom, how's things going?
A little up and down right now. We had a tough start. Played 2 very good football teams in Jersey Shore and Wyomissing. Seems like everybody's playing them about as good as we did, so they're off to a hot start. But we kind of turned things around. Had a really good game last week against Northwestern Lehigh. Just they made one more play than we did, and 41-35, and a really good football game.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was pretty tight. Yeah, you're right. You can't judge by what Jersey Shore and Wyomissing did because they're just in a different class. They're on a different level right now.
Yeah, they're playing well.
They're playing good football. But talk about the guys behind you. I mean, they're playing good football too, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've kind of rebounded after a 1-3 start and won some big games. Amari Bainbridge is playing wide out and DB for us. Had some big plays. Had 2 touchdowns last week. A long receiving, one-handed 60-yard touchdown catch, a fumble recovery. Kieran Houston's the anchor of our O-line and D-line. Joey Palco just came back on game 3, playing tight end defensive end for us, big-time player. Just his presence really made our defense a lot better on O-line. Parrish McFarland, who as a junior is really, every game he's just making more and more plays. I think he's had over 100 yards in 4 of the last 5 games. 2 receiving touchdowns last week, playing great on defense, and TJ Allen, our quarterback safety, he's kind of the guy that makes us go on both sides of the ball. And he had his best game last week. We were down 2 scores, and he decided to kind of put it on his own shoulders and kept us in the game.
How long have you been coaching at Pottsville?
10th year.
10th year.
I've been at the school probably 17 years, I think now.
So there's a lot of tradition. I'm from Berwick, so I'm very familiar with Pottsville and the Crimson Tide. We've had many battles down here. I've been on that hill many times, and I know friends of mine who have been forced to sit behind the light standard on the visiting section. But talk about what it means to play for the Pottsville Crimson Tide.
I mean, I think we have one of the oldest traditions in the state. We played. We're up there with the top schools in the amount of games we played and the amount of wins we've had. And I think for these guys, just coming out our doors and walking down that hill into the stadium, surrounded by the fans and usually playing in front of a pretty good crowd. You don't see that everywhere you go. We've been, District 1, District 2, District 3, and, all over the place. And, there's a reason why Missy wants to keep playing at our field every year because we have great tradition, a great experience, a great stadium. When you think Friday night football, I think Pottsville kind of comes to a lot of people's mind.
I didn't realize that Wyomissing wants to play here all the time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a big compliment.
Yeah, Coach Wolfen likes coming up, so.
Yeah, guys, one of you guys grab the microphone there. Go ahead, don't be shy. Joey, might want to just pull it up there. Hey, Joey, talk about how it feels for you as a player to walk down that hill.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that, as a kid, you really dream about it, and sometimes the student section will make a tunnel, and there's parents, and there's fans, everyone there surrounding you, supporting you when you walk out. And it's a great feeling, and like I was saying, when you're younger, the kids are down towards the other tunnel, and it's a big deal for the kids to watch, and for all, I know it was all of us too at one point, and so just to be able to live it and go out there with the whole city behind us, it's truly nice. It's good stuff.
All right, pass the microphone over. So, talking about we're talking about Pottsville tradition, and I'm not going to say who was your rival. I'm going to ask you, who is one of your favorite teams?
Blue Mountain's been one of those teams. We have a trophy for it. It's a Route 61 game. It's kind of been built up. It's a rivalry in all sports, not just a football game. So it's kind of it's that other school. It's close enough. And, it's that other school. But I think now that we got to play North Schuylkill a lot over the last couple of years, I think they kind of fit in that rivalry mode too. You know, and we've had some good battles with them, you know, since we really started playing them again in 2016.
Yeah. So next, talk about like what was your so far? Are you a senior?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been here for a while. What is your favorite game that you played in with Pottsville? It doesn't have to be a win or a loss. Just what is your favorite game and why?
I mean, it's got to be last year against North Schuylkill. All the rain, mud, just a great team win. It was awesome.
It's got to be. It's fun to play in the rain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So pass the microphone over.
It is if you don't have a camera on.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. You're right. Us reporters, we don't like the rain. It's bad. Quick story, real quick. I have a wedding this Saturday to go to, and I always say, like, I joke around, who gets married in football season? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You know? My daughter got married in football season last year. All right? On Halloween, that weekend.
Yeah.
And for a half a year, I teased my daughter, you need to remember this, because someday you're going to want to get married. And you got to remember, it's football season. But I said to my daughter, I said, hey, come on, it's football season. What do I do for a living? She's like, but I want to get married in Halloween. So that night, last year, I believe it was the night you were talking about, it was pouring down rain, it was cold, it was awful, it was around Halloween.
Yep.
And when we were sitting at the rehearsal dinner, I looked at my daughter and I said, thank you.
Yeah, good timing.
Thank you, yeah, good timing, yeah. So, your favorite win?
My favorite one is definitely the Northville game too. We came in as underdogs and we came out on top, and I got hurt in this first half, and just watching my team go out there and play hard and win the games, it was great.
It's always fun to win. So, pass the microphone back again. Your question for you. These stretch rays are good too. Come on down, I'm telling you. What was maybe one game that you lost that you'd like to have back?
Definitely the Blue Mountain game this year. I think we improved a lot from that game, and I think if we got another shot at that, we definitely win again. We play a lot better.
Joey, how's the season going for you so far?
The season's going pretty well. I missed my first 4 games, and I came back, and first game back I was definitely not 100% in shape-wise. I was probably cramping. It was kind of the third quarter, but since then it's starting to come together, and out on the field, I'm having a great time with my guys, and I think we're all starting to play really hard, and I truly think that every week we're starting to become better as a team. So I would say that it's gotten much better since I feel much better since I've been back here.
I root for you tonight. It's good. I always have, you know, just because of where I'm from.
Yeah.
You know, I root for a lot of teams. Just don't get me wrong, I'm not rooting for the other team. It's just, you know, I like the tie. So, did you set any personal goals for yourself this year?
Yeah, I mean, and this might sound crazy, but I did. I was excited to get my first varsity catch. This is my first year. I put a little bit of receiver my sophomore year, but I never had a reception yet, and that's what I'm going to do in college. So I was just like, I got to get a catch in varsity. Now, obviously, I got my first varsity catch, and then I think as a team we have a goal, and the goal was to win our Colonial League, and right now it's very, very slim, but that's still there. But then right now our goal is to win districts, and that's if we can control that. So as long as we do what we need to do, and as long as we play as a team, you know, every Monday we get in the weight room, we stick together, and we just keep on just doing whatever our coaches tell us to do, and I think we can do it.
That's like 2 words Coach said.
Yep.
And talk about, what do you, like, I know where you're at right now, what do you consider a successful season?
I mean, I think right now we battled through some things, and you know, we got to get a win this Saturday, which would get us back to 500. And you know, really, I think if we can end up 6-4 and get a shot to play in the district playoffs, I think that'd be, you know, for us that's where, you know, we kind of expect we need to be, you know, as a program. You know, so, you know, coming back from where we were, you know, get to there. That's what that's where we're at. But I think as long as our guys can continue to play hard, we have 2 tough games, well, three games, 2 really tough ones at the end, Southern Lehigh and North Schuylkill. So it's not like, you know, it's going to be an easy walk into there. We're going to have to earn everything, and we'll see where it's at. But I think when the smoke clears, if we can be 6-4 and set ourselves up to be playing in November, that'll be a success.
You guys play in a tough. District 11 has been really good as of late.
Yes.
A lot of good teams. Northern Lehigh, Notre Griffon. You guys, Penn Argel had a good season a couple of years ago, up and down. Of course, we have the former champions, Williams, down here. Minersville plays good football.
And us being 4A, we run in Allentown Central and Battlin Catholic every year. So they play one of the toughest schedules, all season in the EPC. So
we talk about that all the time, Paul. We talk about how we said earlier, the EPC to our staff as a whole, I believe, is the toughest league in the state of Pennsylvania. There's no two ways about it. Last time I saw you guys, it wasn't fun. It was the Minersville game when you guys had to play Minersville.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a big rebound game for us because we had a tough loss the week before that. So it was nice to kind of, after COVID and everything, to get that'll be our only Sunday afternoon game, I think.
Yeah.
For coach. So that was good, but we needed that year.
Yeah, the Minersville receiver actually set a record against you guys that day. Karlee, do you have anything on there, or are you just enjoying this?
Sure, I'll ask a question for the guys in the back. Anyone who wants to answer. What do you do to prepare yourself for game day? What goes through your mind? What's your mindset before you head onto the field?
That's a good question. Let's ask the quarterback.
When I go in the day, do my normal stuff, go to school, watch film during school, and after school, I take a nice nap, eat some food. I go into warm-ups and play the game.
What kind of food do you eat?
Whatever my parents make for me. It varies.
What's your preferred pregame meal?
I don't really know. I don't like to eat before the games. I usually just eat school lunch, and then after that, I'll eat after the game.
Yeah. That's a good one. Got another one in there, Karlee?
One for Coach here. How do you plan to make that push to the postseason with your team and with a winning record?
Well, it's coach speak. We got to take it one game at a time, right? So we got to go to Wilson on Saturday. I know their record doesn't indicate that. They're kind of struggling a little bit, but for us, a Saturday afternoon game at 12, getting on bus at 8:30, that's a lot different than what we're used to. So we got to get through that. We got to come through a hangover of losing a really tight game that we felt like we were one play away from winning. So we get through Saturday, then we'll focus we'll get focused on what's next. It's going to be tough, but I think we just make one or two more plays defensively. I think we could be in good shape to finish the season the way I think our guys hope it would end.
Guys, now let's get fun. Ready? Let's start with the quarterback. If somebody pulled up with a car out front, it's your dream car, and they said, here's the keys, you can drive this home, what kind of car would it be?
Definitely a Lamborghini.
A Lamborghini, what color?
Bright green.
How about crimson? No? Oh, man.
That would be flashy.
All right, next. When you're really hungry after a game, where do you go? I know where I would go if I was in Pottsville, because I've been there 100 times. When you're really hungry for a lot of food, where do you go? Besides the Crimson House, I know you would come to the Crimson House.
Probably Roma or McDonald's.
McDonald's. I'm Coney Island all the way, man.
Coney?
Give me a 12-pack of hot dogs and I'm ready to go.
Rome is always a good choice. You can't go wrong there.
That's a good place too. I've been there. All right, next. Do you like animals?
Living, yes.
What do you have any pets?
Yeah. I have a dog and then I have 2 cats.
What are their names?
So my one cat's name is Ashley and then my other cat's name is Buddy Moo. And it's a black and white cat. We call it Moo for the cow, and then Buddy because we got it on Christmas, and it's Buddy the elf. So we like the movie. So it's just Buddy
Moo Moo.
Yeah.
What about the dog? Does the dog have a name?
Oh yeah, it's Millie.
Millie?
We named Millie after he used to be a cornerback for the Eagles, Jalen Mills. I love them, and then also Meek Mill. We're a big Philadelphia family. We love Philly. So
you're happy right now.
What's that?
You're happy right now.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, Phillies.
Yeah.
Phillies pulled off. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Eagles are doing kind of nice.
Yep, Penn State's doing well, and that's how Philly was.
That was my next question over here. What's your favorite college football team?
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
If you
really
could
pay
play
much
in any
attention.
stadium, then this is probably going to be an easy answer for him then. If you could play with your team in any stadium, where would you play?
Probably Lincoln Financial.
Yeah.
Honestly, Philly, yeah.
And who would you play? Any team. It doesn't have to be a team in your league. Who would you want to play?
Yeah, Blue Mountain, sure. Blue Mountain would be a great game.
Blue Mountain?
Sure.
And Pottsville and Lincoln Financial. What do you think, Coach?
I think there'd be some empty seats, but it'd be fun.
Well, the Eagles are used to having empty seats for a while there.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, next question. Karlee, you got one?
Let's think. What artist do you listen to pump yourself up for the game?
I'm a big Drake guy.
Name the song.
Start from the bottom. 0 to 100. It's like my pregame like playlist. So listen to him on it.
Back over to the quarterback. What's the toughest play Coach calls in?
Toughest play? Probably waggle throwback, just like trying to make that long throw.
Yeah. Next. How's your summer camp go?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Tiring.
Tiring?
A lot of hard work.
Coach, you working hard?
We try to.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready, tough schedule.
Yeah. So when you're in summer camp, and what's that one drill Coach calls in and everybody goes like,
Not really drill, just the running, gassers.
You gassers?
Yeah, but these guys, most of these guys are skilled guys. It's the linemen who get the real hard work.
Yeah.
The technique and the one-on-ones they gotta do. And
The linemen, you're a defensive lineman. You're not an offensive lineman. Yeah. You play both?
Yeah.
I can play both. I know the answer to this question already.
all right.
What's your favorite play?
Probably trap.
Why?
It's fun. You get to blow somebody up and they don't see you coming.
Yeah.
Every week I ask that question and the offensive lineman always say, I get the pull.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard. Yeah. Yeah. So what's your favorite memory playing football? The favorite memory that you have? Like, in 20 years, you're going to be sitting around with your buddies and you're going to say, I remember when.
Beating North Schuylkill last year for sure. I mean, that was like the best game I've ever played in my
Because
life.
that's a pretty important game to these guys, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I think they're undefeated. I think it was just the conditions in which the win took place. I mean, it was a very, very sloppy game, a very back and forth game, and we won in overtime, stopped them on a 2-point conversion. Just the way the game was played, I think makes it memorable.
I'm a secret fan of mud football too, and I keep this picture in my phone all the time. I'll show it to the camera, and then I'll show it to the guys. This is one of my favorite pictures. This is Salzburg and Purchase Line. They played a few years back, Friday night. That's Friday night football right there, guys. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of it too. What's the worst weather that you could play in, Joey?
What's the worst weather?
The worst weather that when you go out in the field, you're like, oh, nuts.
It's either when it's incredibly hot out, but definitely I would say it's when it's windy and cold and the wind's blowing and like the wind chills are just getting to you and it's like a little misty, a little rainy, and it's just.
And there's some ice cream that went down off the hill. Yeah, those are terrible. Yeah. But, well, Coach, I'm glad you guys showed up for our segment.
Well,
here.
thanks for having us.
I'm glad you guys were, a part of the show, and it was exciting to meet you guys. Hope we get to write your names a lot in the future, and I wish Pottsville Crew to tie all the best of luck in the rest of the season, and we'll see you in the playoffs probably.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Tom Goin, Pottsville Cotton, all of our guests up here. Thanks for being here. We're going to come back after a few messages from our sponsors. Take it away, Dan.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You step out on that field. Everyone's equal.
Dan, you're supposed to say, and you're clear.
It's a good game. I'll get it.
But if you show more heart, if you show more focus,
Thank you, sir.
if you just
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
You weren't that tall when I saw you last time. It was good.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us. Yeah,
See you guys.
Thank you.
Finish your dinner. Give us 5 minutes. Like Faro. This sandwich was really good.
I had the other burger. I had the Crimson burger last week. It was good.
Can you get out that door? Oh. Wrong door.
It's good setup. Can't go out. This way, guys.
You're up next, Mike. Oh, now you can go in your comfort zone. Not eating on the air is in your comfort zone.
So I need to make her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. The one thing I hear a lot about is when you and Savage came on the Coach's Cookout show, people still comment on that. That was the best segment of the show.
Yeah, because he called me the bully. I'm the bully. Yeah.
I know the one guy was like, one guy said, I saw that dude sitting there drinking. One guy said, I saw that dude sitting there at the bar drinking all day long, and I thought, oh, that's going to be the best segment of the show.
Oh, yeah, because Savage was hammered. Yeah, Savage was hammered.
He was tough as shit.
He goes, you're a bully. You talking about you're a bully.
I heard that. I was listening to it.
I have so many shows. Next year, Coaches Cookout season will last. We'll grow it. Guys, blowing it up. We're going to do a team. What do they call it? Cornhole? Cornhole. We're going to do a team cornhole tournament. We're going to have 2 pigs on the pit. We're going to have 2 roosters. And so when we were there for the first time a couple weeks ago, he already started advertising.
King's here. King's here. I would bow, but I'm sitting.
Oh, I know. Playing that one. It's like my. It's like back in the day, back in the
I left it blank. I forgot where it was.
That was a damn good burger. Thanks. Where did Dan go? I'm gonna beat him.
Clock is going to keep it.
See, now she'd be more comfortable if some of the Haven players here. She knows them.
They're in practice.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
If the schedule would have been updated,
is the complete
they were scheduled to be on the field right after school.
Designed
So I looked at the schedule. Right here they have a game. I didn't know they had a game. So we have this online schedule for
With the help of these features, League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure your divisions, build schedules, track league all-stars, and much more. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials in the same platform. And with Ref Pay, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our performance tracker and stat tracker app.
25 seconds.
And combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The stat tracker whether they are in the stands or at home with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleWsports.com, the official online platforms of PA Football News and the PSFCA Big 33.
All right, we're back at the Crimson House in Pottsville. We got a new guest here. I want to thank Pottsville, Crimson Tide, Tom McGoy, and the gang for showing up. Right now, sitting to my left is the head coach of the Schuylkill Hurricanes, fresh off his first win of the season. Second win of the season. And sitting right next to him is Karlee F. She's our intern from Schuylkill Haven. So, Karlee, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay. Hello, Coach Farr. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good.
How are you feeling after a strong win against Panther Valley?
Well, I mean, we've played in situations during the year. We've had some good play. You know, it felt good to kind of put it all together. But listen, they're getting better every week, so that's really where the focus is. It's not at this stage. I know some people think it's probably strange, but I don't really look at the wins and losses. I look at the progression. So it felt good not taking that bus ride home after a loss for sure, but they played well.
You have a great player in Hayden Myers. What are you seeing from him this season, and what would you like him to continue to do for the rest of the season?
This is a player coach warned him at the beginning of the season. It's hot.
Listen, Aiden's still learning the game of football. You know, last year, you know, he probably went through one of the worst times any player I've ever coached has gone through, with his passing of his father. And last year was just a tough year for him. So what I like about Aiden Myers in 2022 is he's having fun. You can see he's with his teammates. He's smiling more. He's taking his schoolwork a lot more seriously than he has in the past, and he's doing all the little things. I mean, Aiden's always been a great football player. But what I like about Aiden this year is Aiden's, I think, is a better person. And I think he learned a lot from last year. So to me, seeing him progress as a young man is what's really important. So that's what the good things I see about it.
It's a young team. You have Mike this year.
I start 8 kids on each side of the football that don't have their driver's license.
That's a young team. And how many kids are on your team?
We have like 26, 27.
Which is a good roster for you.
Not bad. We were around 30. I had to discipline some kids, so I exited some kids from the program. We have some kids that are banged up and hurt. All freshmen, by the way. So, we're having success all the way up through. Our junior high is doing really well. Our midget program is doing really well. So better days are coming.
Like, what do you look at? What do you look for and consider the benchmark, the watermark of a football team when they reach that point? Where you think, okay, this team is coming together. What do you see in the team when that happens?
I see that all the little things come together without being told to do them. They police themselves. They're for me, being on time is 10 minutes early. So when I start seeing guys showing up to the locker room way before they need to be there, the communication, the attitudes, wow. You'll figure out the character of your football team when things aren't going the way they should go. How do they react? And for me is, what I preach is, football's very unique because you have that 40-second pause between plays or 25-second pause between plays, and that's the time that you should be coming together. And if you're having a little bit of adversity, that gives you that time to regroup. And when you have good chemistry on your football team, they utilize that 25 seconds. So we're getting there. I don't think we're there yet. It's closer and closer every day. But we have a great group of freshmen that are really leading this team, believe it or not. And so we'll see what happens. It's going to get better every week, and better days are coming, and we all know they are. So we just got to finish out this year, and we have 3 tough games left, and we'll just finish it out and immediately get into the weight room and do the things we need to do.
With your quarterback situation, I know Travis Ritchie is going through an injury and he's recovering. What have you been seeing from Braden Boston and how he's been adapting to the quarterback position?
Well, Braden just lacks confidence in himself. So what I've seen over the last 7 weeks is him just gaining a little bit more confidence. Braden's a great kid. I trust him with the offense. It's just, Braden just needs to have the confidence in himself. But I think he's been progressively getting better and better.
Braden is also an intern with us. Smart kid. I've talked to him a long time.
Yep.
Very smart kid. 2 of the smartest. One of them right here, and one is your quarterback. Just real smart, man. She uses big words that all the guys on my website don't use. She's like, if it's more than like 9 letters.
Well, don't use them around me, please.
Yeah, she uses words with like 9 letters and hyphens in them and stuff like that. So
Coach Gallagher came into the room. He's the smart guy. So I'm just. he's the intelligent coach of the area.
How long have you been coaching, Mike?
Before Gallagher was born.
That's not very long.
Straight up.
It's not very long. He's a kid.
He wasn't, but he was born probably in the 90s, right? 95, see? So I've been coaching since 86.
So over those years, I'm not going to even try and do the math right now, but throughout
37
all those years, what are some of the things that you see back when you started coaching that are completely 180 degree different?
There is nothing in today's football environment that's anything like 1986. Nothing.
I agree.
Nothing. So that's an easy, but there's just nothing. So there's no sense in talking about it. There is nothing the same.
It's totally different.
Nothing. Offenses are completely different. Defenses are completely different. Coaching styles are completely different. I always tell my kids today, you wouldn't even made it. Half the kids on my team wouldn't even have made it through summer camp or 2-week camp. It's just completely different atmosphere.
And the kids are different too.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Well, you have social media, so we didn't have phones.
No, we had cars.
We had rotary phones where you went 2, 8.
And then you got to the 6th letter and you went, crap, I got it wrong.
Hang on. For us, the excitement was when we had push button phones. You could push the button.
Yeah.
Right?
And today's kids have no idea.
Oh, no. So the short answer is there is truly nothing. And if somebody knows of something that's the same, really the only thing that's the same in the sport is it's still a team game. All those intangibles to make a great team are all the same then as they are now. You need great leadership, you need great coaches, you need great commitment. If you don't have those intangibles, then you
got to be smart.
No.
You go ahead, Dan. What's up?
Mike, following your comment about nothing is the same as it was in the 90s, how do you prepare going into a season knowing your opponents know you're going to hand the ball off 40 times a game?
And they only play because they
only 40.
They have the ability.
On average, maybe.
It's probably 70 times a game.
But that's, I mean, that's a good point, because now, compared to back in '86, now you can sit and rewind the play and just watch it non-stop, or back in '86, you had to do like the rotary phone, you know?
Well, again, it all comes down to just simple execution. So, you know, if a team is better than you, if they're more, I mean, every football game is won in a box. So if a team's better than you in the box, it doesn't matter if, you know, you have this most elaborate offense and this super tricky, you can only, I mean, at the end of the day, once you can paint it any way you want it, but at the end of, once the paint goes away, it's still the same thing. So everybody has tendencies, everybody has, you know, has the way that they run their offenses. So I personally don't worry about it. I mean, in the last 17 years as a head coach, we've rushed for probably over 35,000 yards. So, I mean, I've graduated an 8,000-yard rusher, a 7,000-yard rusher, a 6,000-yard rusher. Aiden right now is at a little over 1,000 yards right now.
What year is he?
Aiden's junior. So, and we're starting two freshmen and two sophomores up front. So we're starting 6 freshmen. So I don't really worry about it, honestly. We do what we do, and we've won so many gold medals doing it. We're going to continue to do what we do. If it's not broke, don't fix it. What we just have to do is, you know, no different than any team is doing. You know, I'll pick on Tommy, because I watch his guys. His guys are so super talented. You know, I watched them in the combine, and I told him he knows this. I mean, but again, at the end of the day, if they don't do the things that they need to do in the box, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. So, I mean, games won in the box. Games won in the box.
We talk about that in among the media when we're watching a game. We're like, we'll just say like, you know, we hear people complain about the coach calling it a play, but then we say, well, if the tackle didn't pull correctly, the running back's going to get slaughtered.
Exactly.
And then the coach can only teach that so many times.
Yeah. So,
you know, and then you go out in the game, and that's probably one of the most frustrating things for a coach is you hammer away at something, and the very first play they mess it up.
Yep. So we started out game 1 against Marion, which we played very badly. You know, when you look at the statistics, you know, we scored out about 22% in our offensive efficiency when it comes to our blocks per play. This Friday we scored at 79%. So the difference between us winning a football game and losing a football game is, do we know who to block? Are we executing the block? And we're talking about 14-year-old kids.
I know we've never gotten technical on the show before, so explain to the fans who don't understand what you mean by your blocking.
Well, I grade every play. So everybody has an assignment every play. And I grade every play. Every play.
Did you know that, Karlee?
I keep those grades. Yeah. So, and then we break down film with each individual kid. Here's where you scored. I have every single play written down. Did they make the block? Did they not make the block? Take your correct step. Did you do the things you need to do to execute? Because again, they may execute and take their first step, second step, do the things they need to do in the box, but might not be as good as the guy across from them. We went down to Florida and played my two 14-year-old right guard and right tackle. Their first game were on 2 Division I kids. One kid's going to Georgia, the other kid's going to South Carolina. They haven't even played a down yet other than midget football. And their first plays are going against a Georgia commit and a South Carolina commit, right? You know, game was 28-16. So, I mean, did they do well? Well, they were probably in the mid-30s, but after the game, the guy's like, hey, man, you guys played really good, keep working. You know, so to me, it's, you know, we take football too seriously. Football is a very simple game. It all comes down to simple execution. It really is. I mean, you can get really fancy, but you know, I've been on the sidelines for state football games for the last decade, maybe 2, and
when you go watch those teams in the state finals, there's not a lot of fancy stuff going on.
There's not.
So you can get all fancy.
Trying to come back.
You can get all fancy all you want, but at the end of the day, you want to win state title, you want to win championships, be consistent. The game's won in the box because you don't know what the weather's going to be like in December. So
And unless we always say, like, unless you're a team that is playing against a similar offense, you have to be able to throw the ball and run the ball. You got to be able to do both. If you're a wing team that does that, you know, and all you do is run the ball all year long, and then you come up against, and I'm going to use this example when I'm missing against Central Valley, you come up against a team that can sling the ball all over the place, you're already behind the 8 ball before you get on that field. Because
it's possible. Yeah, well, it's possible. There's a good chance. It depends on if you can match up.
Yeah.
If you can match, it depends on your roster. Can you match up? Can't you match up? And that's really, again, the game's won in the box, but then there's these other factors that come in. Are you a good matchup or not a good matchup? So for me, I just stay focused on development, and you know, we'll do the things that we do, and we can't do anything else. That's what we do. So.
And you know how to, you know all about that because you've got a state championship under your belt.
Yeah, that was Tom Gallagher wasn't even born when we won the state title.
I can't believe you weren't there for Mike winning the state title. Yeah, you totally missed, you completely missed it. You didn't even know what was going on, did you?
But, nah, so, yeah, so.
That was a good question, Dan, and led to a good topic. Mike, what do you think of Pennsylvania football right now? We talked about the last couple of weeks. It almost seems like there's a little bit of parity. There's a couple super teams, but then after that, it's kind of even across the board.
Well, I think
a lot of 3 and 4 teams right now, a lot of 4 and 3 teams.
Well, I think what you're seeing is, I think you're seeing the evolution of the player. Again, coaching is, I mean, let's be honest, we prepare kids to play in the game. The kids play. We have some decision making that goes on, but kids literally determine the outcome at the end of the day. You make a play, you don't make a play. You make the tackle, you don't make the tackle. I think in Pennsylvania what you're seeing is you're seeing a rise of all these athletes that are hitting that. You used to see a lot of average football players. You see these massive linemen, and you'd have these 5% of the kids were really quick and skilled. And I think now you're seeing these numbers just continue to rise. Because a month from now, 2 months from now, I'm going to sit down and try to evaluate 400 kids to be on the Big 33 team. And I'm telling you, when I'm looking at 85 DBs, it's really hard to decide who the top 5 or 6 kids are. I mean, there's so many athletes. It's crazy.
Kids ask me all the time, they're like, well, why don't you do rankings? Well, here's why. Because right now, the way things are, it used to be you had these teams and everybody else. And if you weren't doing what these teams were doing, you were here.
It was hard.
But now, these teams are doing the stuff that these guys are doing, so I think you're right, it's coming back together. And I always tell kids, here's why I don't rate players. Because I can tell you who the top maybe 5 players in the state are right now, maybe 6. After that, I can throw a blanket over the next 100. And then after that, I can throw a blanket over the next 100.
And there's disparity there's disparity in size and how you decide to rank. Just because you're 6'5", 300 pounds doesn't mean you're an effective lineman, because I know a lot of 6'2", 280-pound kids that can do the job.
I had a nose guard that was 5'9", 180 pounds, and he dominated everybody just back in the day. Just dominated everybody he played against, and that's it all depends on the heart, the size of the heart of the player too.
I know you have more questions for me, so you just gotta come on, let's go. I know you do.
Like you said before with your freshmen, you have a lot of freshmen that have a good heart and a good competitive spirit. Something that I noticed, a player that is pretty strong on both sides of the ball, Nico Carastia. What have you been seeing from him this season, and what would you like to see for the rest of his high school career?
Well, Nico's got just some core athletic ability, but he's got a great work ethic. So, and he's a student of the game. So he's watching 2.5 to 3 hours of film weekly. He's just a great kid. I mean, there's not a whole lot. I mean, we could sit here for an hour and talk about Nico, but at the end of the day, Nico's got great characteristics. So he works hard. He's very coachable. And then you have the intangible things, like he's athletic and he can do different things, but he's a freshman. So freshmen make freshman mistakes. So I mean, Nico, I think continues to get better every week. He's now taking control of our defense and our single calling on defense. We transitioned that just to let Aiden kind of just do his thing and not have to be thinking so much because of the amount of carries he's getting. So I think Nico's got a bright future ahead of him. I think a lot of good things will happen for him. But again, he'll stay grounded. You know, he has to continue to work hard like all football players do, and just, you know, if he does those things, and everything else just takes care of itself.
Mike, I got one for you, buddy.
Yep.
I just want to remind you that this year you're going to be looking at the DBs because you're not going to be involved in that.
I know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Farr has another shirt that he's going to be wearing this year, and that's the head coach of the Big 33 team in 2023. How excited are you for that?
Pretty excited. I mean, it's not every day you have the opportunity to coach Team Pennsylvania. So, you know, I mean, everyone calls it the Big 33. I call it Team PA because I get to coach the best football players in the state of Pennsylvania. So it's a lot of fun. I've been around it for a long time now. Have the opportunity now to coach it. So I'm really excited to get. Been doing some little things behind the scenes, but as soon as the season's over, I'll be full blown Big 33. So I'm pretty excited to get that thing going.
So I know you're in your middle of your season, but have you been looking around?
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not going to get this kid.
Of course. Well, right now I'm trying to focus on finding out who's leaving early.
Yeah.
So you know, we're gonna have a dozen of our top kids go early, if not more. You know, Pennsylvania's a hotbed, so you know we have a lot of athletes. We'll probably lose, I would say, 8 to 12 kids to leaving early. But there's just so many good football players. I mean, there's so many good athletes. So it's exciting to get out and you know get a look at, you know, around. Obviously, I'm in the east side, so I don't get to see much of the west. But trying to canvas from Philly to Scranton area, who the best kids are, and then the EPC is just they're just loaded with athletes also. So it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out. I was in YO Saturday, watching those guys in YO.
Jamin is already committed to leave early.
Yeah, well, he's got another dude in that team. He's only a junior. Shoot, my goodness.
Yeah.
I went down there to watch him, and then Coach Franklin came at halftime, and we talked for a little bit. But they have another kid in that team. I don't even know his name.
He started getting some offers.
Number 44.
Yeah, he just started getting offers this past week or two.
Yeah, he's a dude. Yeah, he's a dude.
Coach Wilson likes those guys down there.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He's got some stuff. Yeah, Mike, real excited for you to be a part of the Big 33, to get to work together a lot on the Big 33 committee. So it's going to be fun for you, and it's got to be definitely one of the highlights of your career.
Well, it's the last bucket. So it's the last bucket list item for me. I'm not sure how many years are left. So you know, every year's my last, but now I got, you know, this guy, hey, you got to stay to coach my kids, you got to do this, so we'll see what happens.
That's the toughest part about working.
Yeah.
Because you build up relationships with the kids.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to say goodbye to them.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Farr, Schuylkill kids, and Team PA.
Team PA.
Yeah. Who's your staff on it?
Oh, don't do that to me.
You don't know yet?
Yeah, but I'm really bad with
It's
names.
on my website. If you want to see it, it's on my website, and it's on PA Football News, and it's also on Big33.org.
If I could go look, it's in my phone, but I know Kevin Steele from Bedford, because I know Kevin, so I remember him. I knew you were going to put me on the spot. I'd have to look at my list, but it's pretty good.
Coach, I wrote an article, and I don't remember.
I have the Wyoming area, Randy Spencer. Randy's on the staff, a gentleman out in coaches at St. Mary's.
Yep.
He's on the staff. And there's two other gentlemen.
He's a good coach too.
Yes, they're all good guys. You know.
That's why they're. Mike, there was an article. I'm going to extend this interview for a couple minutes. There was an article that came out, and I don't even want to give it like the time of day, but how do you guys like choose the head coach? You're looking for the best head coach, right? It doesn't matter who they are or where they're from.
It's a nomination, so it's a committee that picks the coaches. So coaches get nominated for big school East-West, big school, small school East-West, Big 33, whether it's head coach or assistant. I think the list this year probably had 40, 50 some guys' names on it, coaches' names. They're all head coaches.
They're all good head coaches.
So you send in your resume, they do their thing, they take a vote, and if you get voted in, you get voted in. That's just the way it is. So I was lucky enough that, you know, I do a lot of things, so I get around and I see a lot of people. I'm very involved in PSFCA. Been very involved for a long time now as past president. So that committee, the guys in that committee, I think there was 7 guys in the committee, 4 of them voted for me. So
that's how it goes.
That's simply how it goes.
I'm lucky enough to get to work with a lot of you guys too, with the PSFCA, and I think you're all a bunch of great guys. The organization as a whole is great. If you're watching my show and you're a head coach and you're not a member of the PSFCA, you should be. Because there are many. What are some of the benefits, Mike?
Well, I think the number one benefit is the $1 million liability policy. That, you know, if you run into any situations that you have that has anything to do with, you know, your activities, football related, whether you run camps, whether you do anything else personally, plus your assistant coaches on staff, you know, you have that policy, you have that that backing that you wouldn't have if you weren't there. That, you know, again, it's just a great organization. You know, we do a lot of things with the buddy program and the Big 33. You know, we have our annual golf tournament. You can also do interactions. You can be on different committees. We have like 8 or 9 different committees that you can be a part of if you're involved in the PSFCA and if you work your way into a directorship. I mean, it's endless. You get to go to the depending on what type of membership you buy, you get to be a part of the clinic and do different things at the clinic. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a football coach, you should be a part of your football fraternity.
I agree.
And your football fraternity.
In New Jersey, in Ohio, they all belong.
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
You belong. In Ohio and in New Jersey, you have to be. And in New York.
Yeah,
you have
and
to be in that. In
we only have a voice on 1 seat on the PIAA committee, but at least we have a voice.
And when you're a part of the PSFCA, you get to be a part of that voice.
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of different subjects we talk about every year. So.
Mike, I can talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
You're good. We can talk football for hours. We can talk all kinds of stuff for hours.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that because
I don't want to upset Tom. I don't want to upset Tom.
Younger out there, is he?
I don't want to upset Tom.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger out there, so we got to get him up here.
Plus, they're eyeing up my pretzel there, so.
Yeah. So, Mike, pleasure having you on the show.
Right.
Good luck the rest of the
Sure you don't have one more question?
I'm good. I just hope that I can continue the streak of writing positive things.
Good.
You should always rate positive.
There's always positive.
Always positive. It's
Yeah.
always nice to put that win.
I mean, if the quarterback fumbles the ball, he picked it up, right? That's a positive.
Listen, better days are coming.
She's doing a great job.
I have a question.
Yep.
You're in 2A, how many teams play?
4.
Oh, only 4.
Yes, there's 9 teams, 4 balls.
And it looks as if it's hitting sticks. Then ours always hits. And that's who you play next week. How do you feel going in?
I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a good matchup for us. We're kind of mirror images of each other. They're playing some underclassmen, not as many freshmen, but they're playing underclassmen. I think they only have 3 seniors on their roster. So it just depends on how the young bucks show up and how they execute.
Would you ever turn down a playoff game because of your record? Or would you say that's what you're looking at?
I would never turn down an opportunity to give my kids another game no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's about
important.
it's about the
I know
kids.
when player time comes, we're going to see a lot of teams opting out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they never understood that. Sorry.
Coach, you coach for players. I don't coach for wins and losses. I coach for players.
Yeah.
So whatever, if the players want to play, then we're going to play. Whatever the players want to do, we're going to do because we're all in it together. So it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. I try to stay neutral and stay out of it.
It's Mike Farr. Schuylkill Haven, Big 33. Thanks for being here, Mike. This is the State Football News. This is the Crimson House. The food here is incredible. If you're watching, you still have time to come down and enjoy the show.
You get to listen to Tom Gallagher.
You get to listen to Tom Gallagher and that guy from Minersville.
Oh, is he here too? Oh yeah, Justin Front. Listen, he got the king in his court.
That's it.
King in his court.
There they are, and they're out there, and all these guys are out there. This is a great place if you've never been here. It's an incredible place. You know, and I thank Mike Farr for hooking me up with this dude.
I asked Justin France's son if he was going to be one of my ball boys at the Big 33 game. You know, is that still good? Are we good with that? Or, yes, there you go.
Sweet.
So down. Yeah.
We'll have to order you a little.
I got it all taken care of already.
That's it. All right, Mike. Hey, Mike.
All right.
It's been a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mike. Hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back after these messages. Take it away, Dan. Sweet.
Thank you.
Good interview. Way to go, Karlee. Yeah. She hammered it.
Yeah.
Hollywood's in trouble. He might have lost his seat.
We officiate for the athletes and for the students.
I want to come back here next year and do the show.
I think he's coming out.
The thing is, they're a sponsor. They get a show. It's a one-year contract.
You're going to try that.
Good job. Bring your own chair.
Appreciating the state championship and getting that.
So nice.
Rollers. I'll come back down. Where's that at?
It's off of 61.
That was going to say that would be the same team, so right?
That I officiated years and years and years ago. I say, man, you did a great job. Thanks for your
Listen, if I stop joking around, you know, you said it on a day like that one time. You know, never coach in Big 3, East, West. At least if I'm laughing at you.
Fries down here? Toppings for toppings.
Club going on YouTube.
What, really?
Yeah, you do. You got, I'm guessing, family members. All of us, are
Could be anybody.
What everybody's saying.
Everyone's equal. Talent, it means nothing. They might be more talented than you, but if you show
How you doing? Is it Kyle with you or?
Come on up, Tommy.
That is so strange to me.
What's weird?
A girl from my school.
Yeah, Karlee's got a hand club on YouTube.
You'll be telling everybody to watch.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed to
Here's my martini.
coaches and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel the easiest solution to run their entire athletic department.
Come on up, guys.
These features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Configure
How you doing, Tommy?
build schedules,
Good.
track league all-stars, and much
Feeling
more.
good.
Design and
That's
track
Karlee.
officials on the same platform. And with Battlin, your official
She was supposed to be Hollywood.
instead of weeks. Enjoy
Well,
live
my co-host texted me on my way here, and he said, Billy, I'm in the hospital.
workout or camp and college.
He passed out of work. So I told her, this is her first, she's an intern. 15-year-old intern. This is her first year.
You know Mr. Farr.
Official online platform.
Alright, sorry about that.
And the PSNCA Big 33.
Alright, we're back live. Where are we at, Karlee?
We are with.
We're at the Crimson House.
Oh, yes, we are. We're at the Crimson House, and we are currently with the Blue Mountain Eagle team and their head coach.
Tommy. It's a pleasure to have you here. Tommy, who's right?
We have Tyler Miller, Carson Kerstetter, Vern Kleckner, Derek Wasatch, and Peyton Foshna.
Peyton Foshna. There's a couple names I heard. Yeah. Well, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here, Tommy. Glad to have you guys here. Welcome to the show. Look at you guys. They look like a choir back there. You guys gonna sing? You gonna sing? Not gonna break it down, huh? No. What do they call it now? Like we used to say, break it down. What do they say now when you're gonna sing?
We don't really say much. But we break it down.
That's true, because like you're young enough that you don't know what actual singing is. Like when I grew up, the people had to sing. Now they just kind of talk to music. So it's different.
You don't like today's music?
I'm not a fan of rap. No, I'm an 80s hair band guy, man. I grew up, I worked for Bon Jovi, I worked for Cinderella, I worked for all those bands back then. So that's why I worked, I flew in a helicopter with Stevie Thomas and Aerosmith. I was a roadie for 20 years.
I wasn't gonna lie.
Nope, you weren't. We were famous and doing things that you weren't around. Anyway, let's get down to football. Tommy, how's your season going?
It's going pretty well. We're real excited with where we are now. A little bit of a tough start out of the gate. We had some injuries that kind of forced us to really look ourselves in the mirror, but after that we responded well, and we found some identity in who we are, and the guys stepped up, and now we're in a good position. We like where we're at.
You don't play in an easy league, and you didn't start off with some easy teams.
No, but I think that's the beauty of it. We don't want anything to come easy. We worked real hard, and the opponents that we faced were good, very good, and forced us to play to our best. And now we're in a good position with where we are, and we feel confident moving forward.
Got anything for me, Karlee?
How are you going to go about the rest of your season, and how are you going to prepare for the upcoming teams you're about to face?
Yeah, the message for us remains the same every week. We preach focusing on what we do, what we control. We don't want to worry so much about what our opponents do, and we like what we do. And we say we're focusing on what we do each day. offensively, defensively, special teams. If we can control that, then we like our chances against anyone. We're just trying to get better every day with what we do, and we think if we can make that our focus, that's going to help us out in the games.
Was there a game this year so far? When you look at every coach, I just asked Mike about a watermark, benchmark. Was there a game where you said it's coming together?
Well, there were different points throughout the season. Like Jim Bork, the way that whole game unfolded. We came out hot, went down early, trailed at halftime, third quarter, fourth quarter, and then we make big plays to swing the momentum, find a way to get into overtime and pull the game out. And then we were faced with some adversity, it really forced us to look at things, and then the Pottsville game was good for us. We knew that we're a tough team, came out, we showed it, who we are defensively. That was the start of it. We still felt like we left points out there, and now moving forward from that game, we're starting to get more efficient on both sides of the ball. So I guess, it's just been a culmination of everything that we've done. There's no signature game. It's really been everything, and these guys are just continuing to buy in each week. Get better, get better, get better. They're doing that.
Did you bring me anyone?
I don't know why.
You brought me no lineman.
No lineman.
I can't ask anybody back there what it was like to go against Bill Classic.
Well, Peyton can tell you.
How'd that feel? Peyton, grab the microphone right there.
That's the big guy.
You just take the microphone right out of the clip. There you go. How'd it feel to get chased by that big man from Jim Thorpe?
It's a little scary.
He's a big guy. He's a big dude.
Pretty big.
Yeah, big fast dude. So, Peyton, how would you say the season's going so far? Is it what you thought it would be before you started to play?
I'd say it's going pretty good. When Will went down, we had to change it up a little bit, but I think that's helped us out a little bit. We look at our game now, so hopefully the season will be good.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. Will Jacobson. Will Jacobson, our quarterback, he went down, and it was unfortunate because we really geared a lot of things around him offensively, what we can do, and we just struggled a little bit to get the run game going. But ever since then, we all said to one another, we all need to step up, and we all need to make a commitment that we're going to continue to get better. Everyone's going to give a little bit more, and the guys behind me, the linemen. Everyone on the team has truly stepped up and sacrificed in order to get this team where we're at right now, the position where we're going.
Whoever wants to answer.
Grab the microphone, somebody. You're all here. Listen, you're not here. You're not here to be knickknacks. Okay, you guys know what a knickknack is? Decoration. You're not here to you have a decoration in front of you. You're here to talk, all right? So we're going to interview you guys too. So you're part of the interview. Yeah, go ahead, Karlee.
Okay, so you're on the field. The ball's about to be kicked off. What's going through your mind?
I'm not on kick return.
Well, it doesn't matter. The ball is still about to be kicked. So you're getting ready to play.
You're getting ready to play.
What's going on up here right now? You're like jumping up and down. He's getting ready to kick the ball. And you're thinking.
Just set the tone.
Set the tone. That's a good answer. Yeah. You want to set the tone early right now.
Yeah, that's what we preach. At least I know he's listening a little bit.
Yeah. Coach said, he said that earlier. Had a kid that picked up the ball in a game I covered on Sunday or Saturday, and it was a backward lateral. The running back didn't realize it. He just let the ball go down. The kid scooped the ball up and went to the end zone. And afterwards, I interviewed him and I said, "Tell me about that play." And he said, "Coach told me you played to the whistle." He said, "I didn't hear no whistle." So that's Coach said.
It was a big play. We had a play like that this year. Yeah, against Pottsville. Yeah. Firstetter picked it up. It looked like behind the line, none of the guys went for it. He picked it up and ran it all the way back. That set the tone. It was a tone setter.
Were you on? Did you send that in to me?
Did I play?
Yeah, if you sent that in, then you were on my Keystone Club.
I was at that game.
Dan
I
saw
had
it.
it on video too.
Carson.
Dan's everywhere.
Dan is the man.
He is the man.
Dan the man.
Dan's a good guy. He does a lot of work for us. This, ladies and gentlemen, back here, this is Dan the man. He is the man. He runs the show completely. I travel all over the state. I travel all over the state to do this show. And when I'm not close to Auburn, PA, where Dan lives, Dan does this show for me remotely from his home. He taps into my computer with this program and he whispers it around a little bit. We got to teach him that he's not allowed to coach baseball in football season. We got to work on that, right? No baseball in football season, right? Yeah, there is none of that. You got to get your kid playing flag football or something like that. Yeah, don't keep playing baseball. But anyway, let's pass the microphone. Did you say Paul? Tell him your name again.
Carson Kerstetter.
And what position you play?
I'm a cornerback.
Did you set any goals for yourself before the season started? For yourself, not your team, for yourself.
My main goal was just to get better from last year and help the team as much as I could.
Coach, I think a lot of kids mix that up. Like they're like, I shouldn't be setting my own goals. I should be a team. But you guys set your own personal goals too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, we preach it. We talked about it all summer. You have your individual goals, your team goals. And we always preach team first, but yeah, it's huge to have individual goals.
Because if you're not playing hard for that goal,
yeah,
you know, it gives you that little bit of extra to give to your team.
You want to know something about Carson? He did not. I begged him for 3 years to play football. He didn't come out until after week 1 of his junior year last year.
What did you do before that?
I was a big basketball player.
He's still a real good basketball player. And I told him, you can do both. You listen, you're fine.
You know, every coach in the country wants you to do both too. Maybe except for your AA basketball coach. He wants you to play basketball, you know.
Basketball's good, but...
Are you related to Connor?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Who's the better player in that of you two?
I'm going to have to go with probably him.
Because I watched, I covered a couple of his games at Crew.
Yeah.
How does how much set up?
Yeah, it's not a bad question to ask. So pass the microphone. Tell everybody who you are out there.
Tyler Miller.
And what position do you play, Tyler?
Well, now I play quarterback.
You play quarterback now.
And corner.
As a quarterback. How long have you been playing quarterback? Just this year?
Yeah.
So 5 weeks in, what defender has hit you the hardest?
Nothing him. Right there.
Not on your team. Not on your team. What defender has gotten you hit you the hardest so far? Or has that not happened really? So take us in it.
That really hasn't happened. I usually hit him.
That's a testament to your line, right?
Yeah.
So, do you plan to buy your line dinner anytime soon?
You should. And it's maybe some coaches. Some wings or something. Yeah.
Connor, what like, besides go long, what's your favorite play to run and why?
42 inch.
42? You like hand the ball off the best? Oh, that is a good play. That's Peyton Washnot's favorite play, 42. 42 wins.
That's it. It's Peyton. You had to bring him one Peyton in. Peyton, what's your favorite play?
It would not be 42.
Why is that?
Usually it's a big hitter for us.
Yeah. Peyton, when you're not playing football, what do you like to do? Go ahead. Like, if you're not, as soon as football season's over, you're gonna go do something. We're gonna go do.
Probably do wrestling. Yeah, I guess wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling season is to hit the weight room a little bit.
Better hit the weight room.
Yeah.
He's a great wrestler. He's a fantastic wrestler.
What do you like? Alright, so that's a great question. What do you like more? Do you like wrestling or do you like football more?
Definitely football.
Why?
used to like wrestling a lot better, but now that I'm not older, it's just kind of but wrestling's just more mentally, it's just mentally draining.
When you were growing up, you were a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a mentor? Did you have a favorite wrestler that you liked the most?
My father.
That was a good one. His dad wrestled at Pitt.
Good answer.
Pitt Hall of Fame.
What's that?
Pitt Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's in the Pitt Hall of Fame for wrestling.
Wow. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Pass the microphone to Karlee. Get it.
I have a question for all of you that you can weigh in on. Sheets or Wawa?
Gotta go with the Sheets. You know, it's right next to our high school, so a lot of times after practice or before the game, the whole team will go over and just hang out, team bond. It's a fun experience.
And you're Wawa. Why are you Wawa?
I like their sandwiches more.
I agree with him. I agree with him. Sheets has gone downhill, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sheets don't like that.
Sheets has, I think, better apps, but if you're going for the sandwich, it's Wawa.
That's true.
Right? You agree?
I agree.
I like Wawa. I grew up in Berwick, so we were up in Woodsboro all the time. And that's the name Wawa up there. Actually, where I grew up, the stores we had before you were born was Turkey Hill.
There's Turkey Hill.
Yeah, they're still Turkey Hill. They're still around.
Turkey Hill.
But they're kind of like they're like the low. Right? You're like, oh, well, there's a Turkey Hill. Yeah.
Ashland.
There's a Turkey Hill. Hey, what? How do you say it? Gears or Gears?
Neither. Gears.
Gears. Yeah.
Yeah, years.
Is that the best iced tea there is? And
Pretty good.
so when I was years ago, we used to come through this area. We would always have Gears.
Gears is good. Gears is good.
Yeah, I get yelled at all because that's all I drink when my doctor don't like it. That's all I drink.
Well, then you should drink healthier drinks.
Yeah, water.
Water is good for you. Gatorade isn't bad anyway. So let's get to that question. Let's ask you.
First time.
All right, Mr. Kirstetter, you're really thirsty. What's going in your hand?
I'm not home and I have to go with chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
That's a good answer.
You a chocolate milk drinker,
Oh,
Karlee?
absolutely.
Yeah. I like it. You know what's different for me than you probably? I get the milk right from the cow. Right across the street. Right out of the tank.
Really?
Yeah, I ended up with I was telling people earlier, I don't know if you heard a couple weeks ago, an Amishman and his two sons died in an accident in the silo. Yeah, but we always go over there, and they had a dairy farm, and I always go over and get my milk right out of the tank. So I always had the beef dairy truck. Yeah, it's good milk. Yeah, it doesn't get like homogenized and all that garbage, it's just fresh milk.
Yeah.
So, I drink a gallon a week. You drink a lot of milk? You guys drink a lot of milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is it white or chocolate when you're drinking?
White.
All right. Hand the microphone back. This is a good question for you, I think. After the game, what do you eat?
So something filling, like some potatoes, some peanut potatoes probably.
Yeah, where are you going to get that? Not Wawa.
No, I'm hoping, like my dad or my grandma will cook it up for me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So, for you, I have another question. What's your favorite football memory? It doesn't have to be Blue Mountains. Just overall, your whole life so far, your great big long 17-year life. What's your favorite football memory?
Favorite football memory?
How long have you played football?
Since like 5th grade.
So you gotta have a favorite memory in there somewhere.
It was probably last year against Jim Dorp. I got to hit the turn. First play of the game.
First play of the game.
I remember it. I remember it. I remember Dan tweeting it out.
Yeah, I got that video too.
Yeah.
There was like a huge weight off everybody's shoulder after that play. Everyone was just like, wow. That was amazing.
Yeah, he's kind of bottom.
So okay, so that leads to a good question, Karlee. When you're running a kickoff back, at that moment, when did you know you were gone?
Oh, I still on that kid. Got outside. And being close enough to that nowhere. Block skid for me when I get in the end zone.
So right before you get in the end zone, what's in your mind?
I don't know what's in my mind. Everybody just.
This is blank, isn't it?
Yeah, just everybody just rushing me and cheering me on.
I think our whole stadium emptied in the field. Seriously, it was awesome.
How long was that run? In 25 years, it's going to be 130. In 25 years, it'll be 130-yard kick return.
Caught it by the field house.
Yeah. Take that right. The older you get, the longer the run was. Yep, that's right. Yeah. Karlee, go ahead, man. Ask one of these guys another fine Karlee finger question.
Okay, yeah. Your favorite sports movie?
Probably have to go with The Sandlot. I think that one is just good, funny movie, great to watch. I need to watch it many times, just over and over again.
Not The Sandlot 2, though.
No, I don't watch that.
No, The Sandlot 2 is horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't watch baseball, but I like baseball movies. Like I like The Sandlot, I like The Natural, and all those. The Sandlot was awesome. I mean, that's just great. And they ruined it when they made that sequel. It was horrible.
You just gotta let it alone.
I know, right? I know, just let it alone. So, besides football, what's your favorite sport? Can anybody answer that question?
I'll probably go with baseball. I've been playing baseball probably even longer than football. I started playing t-ball right next to my house, and still playing baseball today. So I guess that rivals football for favorite sport.
Aren't you glad football doesn't have like an equivalent to t-ball? Because like you watch t-ball with these 4-year-olds, it's like chaos. You know, the kid hits the ball off the tee, runs the pitcher's mound. The ball, the kid picks up the ball and throws it in the outfield. The kid runs over to second base and back to first. It's total chaos.
Dan's team is organized.
Your team is a little older. How old is your team, Dan?
6.
No, I'm talking about the 4-year-old t-ball players, man. They have no clue.
He was on there and nobody's summer, and our team actually did good. Nobody took the ball out to the outfield or nothing.
Don't get insulted, Dan, but I call t-ball parents need something to do ball. Let them play. They're 5. They're 4 years old. Just let them go out and play, right? Who else? Did anybody else play t-ball? You did?
Yeah.
You play t-ball? So, I'm going to ask you a question. If you could play football, and I ask this every week, if you could play football in any stadium in the world with this team, any stadium, on a Friday night, you get to pick what stadium you guys are playing at. What stadium is that going to be? Don't say Heinz either, because it doesn't exist.
It's not Heinz.
Probably go with our stadium.
That's a good show.
Cool. As long as it's a wideout.
Now, what team, you can pick any team you want in the state, what team are you going to play? What team do you want to be on the field against you at your stadium?
Pottsville.
That's the same answer Pottsville had. Yeah, they wanted you on the field, yeah. I'm talking Karlee, go ahead.
I asked this before, but your favorite song for pregame? Favorite song?
Finito by G.
Can you sing it for us? No?
May not be appropriate.
Just sing the G version of it. See, I don't even know what the song is, so I didn't know. No, you know what's the best soundtrack is Altoon's Mansion Park, Kaido and Phil Riccio. They have like the AC/DC, they have Van Halen, all the old stuff.
We come down to one you'd like.
And then they mix it in with a couple of modern songs. They have good soundtracks.
Our come down song was Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman.
It's a classic.
A lot of
Metallica.
A lot of.
Who's that? That's Virginia Tech, right? Virginia Tech does that. Yeah. And they say it's the greatest entrance. Like to me, they're all the same. Like the crowd goes crazy, the team runs on the field, and
Peyton's trying to get me to change it. I don't think I'm going to though. What was it? That was you, Peyton. What did I do? Trying to get me to change it.
Why would you want to change Sandman?
A walk down.
That was Trevor Manbeck.
Was it? Either way, it's sticking to the bird.
The bird. What's the bird? I don't even know what that is. See,
It's like the wheel. It has like a,
You know, that goes that.
just like that.
And then they have a,
That's something.
a light show and fireworks in their entrance. It's crazy.
we used to have real quick fireworks at Berwick. When we went on the field, they would hang like these things that they light up on the goalposts, and then they had the actual like carnival fireworks up in the air every game before we went in. And then every touchdown they would shoot fireworks off. Pretty fancy, huh?
That's fancy.
Blue Mountain's got a cannon,
You guys have a cannon?
Cannon.
and it gets me every time.
What's the significance of the cannon?
I don't know if there is one.
It's cool.
We like it.
Yeah.
Trying to make a significance out of it, I guess. Make it a tradition.
I was just wondering because like you're the Eagles, and it's a cannon. I mean, there's no like the Hanover Hawkeyes had a cannon last year, 2 years ago too.
Yeah, no significance like that. We just think it's cool, man.
How's the field going?
Good. Right at this time, it's taking its wear and tear, but it's holding up well. A couple of home games left. Get the most out of it.
You prefer grass or turf? Pick one. Anybody?
Can I answer?
I know what your answer's going to be.
I think grass, because I like playing at home, and just the feel of the real grass, feels a lot better. There's no turf burn, and just getting dirty and muddy. It's a great experience. That's what football's all about.
I agree.
It's a good answer. It's a good traditional answer. I would rather turf.
Why is that?
A lot of reasons. Easier to maintain. Practice it can become a lot easier. Multiple, I think it benefits the school, the district. I think it pays for itself, and it provides you a lot of opportunities that grass can't. Just because grass needs all the maintenance. For turf, pays for itself, and it allows you to do more things. More freely.
Now I know that turf nowadays is a lot padded. Like years ago, they would say turf causes a lot more injuries. Is that true?
Well, I'm not an expert in that field, but I think if it were true, I think a lot of
You don't see as much.
Yeah, I think colleges, and especially professionals, would get more away from you. But I don't know. I don't know all that.
Yeah, I don't either. And to be honest with you, like, I don't know if there's any studies out there, but I mean, like ACL, MCL injuries happen when I was young, and they still happen today.
They happen on turf and grass.
That's how it is. Guys, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it. I really do. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. That's why we travel around and do the show, so I get to see some of these guys. Hang out with the coaches for a little while. I appreciate you coming on the show, Tom Gallagher. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to working with you again next spring and into the, we're going to do the combine together, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, absolutely. So combine, and you guys are going to come back and help with the combine, right?
Hopefully you guys are coming back next season, so they'll be at the combine.
Yeah, begin the combine.
Yep.
That's right. It's been a pleasure to have you here, Tommy. I appreciate everything you do for football, for these kids. We appreciate everything. And it's just a pleasure having you here. So this is Tom Gallagher. This is the Blue Mountain Eagles. Thanks for being here, guys. Dan, take us to commercial and show them what our sponsors can do for you. So check it out. Let's see some of our sponsors right now. We'll be back after those messages.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks, guys.
Personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic department. Pick up with these features. League Manager makes creating master schedules a breeze. Referee Manager helps assign and track game officials. And with referee, your officials can get paid within hours instead of days or weeks. Enjoy live scoring and statistical services through our performance tracker and stat checker.
Shopping mall down there at
Learn how to track your workout or camp and combine statistics in real time. Then create any type of report after your results are tallied. The stat checker app helps keep your fans involved whether they are in the stands or at home with live in-game stats. For more information, visit CircleW.com. The official online platform for PA football news and PSFCA Big 33.
Talk to you soon.
If you do that, if you all do that, there is no way we cannot defeat. And there is no way that we want to challenge it.
You're doing a great job, Karlee.
Ariel.
Going on, buddy? How you doing? How's it going, movie?
Yeah, I got a microphone back.
How you doing, man? You met?
Yeah.
I met me.
Good, how are you? Wonderful. How you been? How's everything going? Cool.
I threw her on the fire tonight. My co-host texted me and said I'm in the hospital. Yeah, he sent me a picture of him in the hospital. I'm like, all right, now. So I contacted, the first thing I did was contacted Leroy Butler. He was, or Leroy Boyer, he was busy today. So then I'm like, come to the show, right, Karlee? And she said, yep. I said, well, you ready to go on the air? Might as well do it. Boom. On the air. She's doing a great job. She's doing a great job. Does everything good. You can hang out up here with your dad if you want.
I'll take the spotlight. Nobody's mustache.
Yeah, you can hang up here. You guys can get right up on that microphone.
A couple more tacos coming, I think.
All right, man. 25 okay?
It's loud and clear. This is the first time in 2 weeks, well, a week and a half I've had a voice.
Oh, boy. What else? That was Justin. All right, welcome back to the State of PA Football by PA Football News, presented to you by the Funding Zone. The Funding Zone, if you need a fundraiser, that's the place to go. For any team, lacrosse, basketball, baseball, soccer, and football, the Funding Zone does a great job with the Blast program. And if you need to get a hold of somebody, you go to their website, the Funding Zone. You go on my website, pafootballnews.com, right at the very top. They are our #1 sponsor, and they're the #1 sponsor for a reason, because they raise money better than anybody else does. So the Funding Zone is a great place. Also want to mention shoebacks. You got that graphic game, shoebacks? Point them up there. Tell me what they are, Dan. Talk about them.
They're a building and hydraulic
Or, what do we call that area? 462, the 462 of Shenandoah, yeah. So they're a great sponsor of ours. I want to thank Go Route for being a sponsor. I want to thank Coach Tom. They didn't make these, but Coach Tom does a good job. What do you have? Do you have Coach Tom?
We got Procom.
Yeah, Coach Tom, sorry. We'll work on that. Okay.
We'll see what we can do for next time.
Yeah. Coach, you got to give him a call. Okay. I got his phone number too. I can give you his phone number. Okay. Coach Tom, we want to thank who else are our sponsors? Oh yeah. Jacob Trail 247. I got to thank Ed from 247 from Circle Living Sports, thanks Ed for being there. I want to thank Ford Papadini for being a host. I want to thank the Gerks for being a host. That was a great show for the Gerks. I want to thank Luigi's up in you boys for being there. Who else did we do? Oh, Parma's Pizza. I gotta thank Parma's Pizza and Anthony, so sorry, but anyway. Let's get back to football. Sitting right here to my left is Justin Franz, the head coach of the Miners football team. Best.
Can't beat that.
I remember when that came out, everybody was like, "Whoa, it's back! It's awesome!" Yeah.
We made that switch 2 years ago, and we were getting calls from all over. We actually got a call from Arizona. A guy out there does helmets, and he called to get one in, so we sent a logo right down. He sent us up a hat.
417 helmets.
That's it. Yeah.
He was a sponsor of my website.
Loves it. He called right away and wanted once we got him. So we have Miners heads all over the United States, I guess.
Yeah, I have a couple of other companies that were like, his number, so I gave your number out to
Good.
him.
Hey, that's all right. Yeah, absolutely.
I remember when the emblem came out. Like, you guys like this one the best? It's like the emblem that we have on right now that you guys have on your helmets, the Miners. That's the best one Minersville ever had. It's better than your pants, right? Yeah, you're talking to the microphone. That way we can help hear you. Alright, so move up to the microphone. There you go. All right, guys.
Got him.
Yeah, Justin, how's the season going? You went on a run there and then kind of fell apart.
Yeah, we started out real strong. We were everything was just going well. Everything was clicking for us. Our defense was all over the place. Offense was just getting together, and then we've been lucky for the last couple of years that we haven't been hit with the injury bug. Well, this year it all piled up. We lost some kids to COVID, which I thought that was gone, but we lost some kids to that for a week, and then injuries just one after another. It seems like every play where somebody's going down or somebody's banged up, but the kids are resilient. They fight through it, but it'll be nice when we start getting some of these kids back.
Instead of being a ball boy for the Week 33, you need you to be a trainer, right? Get you a little bit of that. Some ice and some infield.
You need something, some magic. Yeah.
You gotta rub infield dirt. When it hurts, you just rub infield dirt on it. Oh, you know that? I used to tell my little boys. I coached Little League, Dan, believe it or not. And when one of my little leaguers would get hurt, I coached the 10 and 11. I would go out and I would hurry up and I would go, wait, second base. And I would go to second base and I'd say, this is the best right here, second base. And I would rub that dirt on him and it would work. Except for the kid that broke his arm.
Yeah, it doesn't work for that. When I was in high school, our trainers used to do the same thing. So just rub some dirt on it, you'll be good.
Yeah, that's how it is. Hey, so your season's going good this year. Not bad considering the injuries, and the league you play in is tough, and we're getting down to the wire. What's that look like for you guys?
It is a tough league. We joined with the Colonial, so we got this Schuylkill Colonial here. Co-op the past couple of years, and you don't get a week off. You're seeing, every week you go in, it's just a beat down, drag out game, and we've got 3 more weeks coming up and 3 tough games. We go to Palisades this week, which is that's a hall somewhere new we've never been. So we get to go down there and see the Pirate Ship, play those guys. They're having a heck of a season, and then we come back and we finish with Haven and Nativity. And, those are 2 real tough games to end the year, 2 big rivalry games for us. So 3 huge weeks coming up here, getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah. Karlee, you got any questions for this young man?
What do you hope to see from your team in these upcoming games?
What we always preach about coming back from adversity, and we've seen a lot of it this year, and we just want to keep getting better. We've struggled the past 2 weeks with injuries and things going down, and we've all kind of had our heads in the dumps, I guess you could say. When things go wrong, you feel bad for them, and the hardest part about coaching is seeing these kids get hurt, and that really affects all of our coaches and all of our teams. So the next 3 weeks, I want to see the kids get healthy. I want to see just the resiliency that I know they have.
Where do you get those?
These were X-String. Yeah, they do. We always run an X-String fundraiser each year. He does nice stuff for us. They love the Miners too, so that was a big seller for them.
That's cool. So, who you got behind us?
I got 2 of my senior captains here. We got James Dubé and Brock Walensky, both of them, again, two-year captains and 4-year starters for me. And I got the best water boy in the state, my son Liam.
Best water boy in the state.
That's it. I know it's there's competition out there, but I got to go with it.
Yeah, what are you going to be someday? You going to be a water boy, or you going to be? You want to play football? He wants to be a wide receiver.
Yeah, he likes our offense.
Who's your favorite wide receiver, Leo?
Probably Julio.
Joe's. Wow.
Put some broccolini standing right
Yeah,
there.
it's just a rock. Right there, man. Yeah. Or you did it. What did you guys bring the record 2 years ago?
That's it, Dave Davis,
Dave
yeah.
Davis, man. You remember Dave? He was a good football player.
He's in the Marines now.
Is he in the Marines?
He's in the Marines. He's doing real good. He stopped back to talk to our team a couple weeks ago. It was real good to see him. He's doing great.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. So, like, how do you guys think the season going for you? Is it what you expected?
It's not what I expected. I thought we'd do a little bit better in the mid-season, but I think we're going to bounce back this week. I'm sick of losing.
Yeah, we're really not about that anymore.
Well, you guys were on the team in 2020, and that was a tough year, right? You had to play some teams that didn't belong on the field, but that's the last time I saw you.
Yeah. That was Pottsville, yeah. Yeah, that's what we opened up with. Yeah, Sunday afternoon, I think we dressed 19 kids for that game.
Yeah.
You know, our kids
But
fought.
Gabe got the record.
That's it, yeah, he got the record. We played him hard, but you know what? That was still a cool game. It was neat to go in to play at Pottsville, a place we don't get to play. You know, Coach McGoey, it's neat to coach against him and those guys, and it was fun for them. It's something they're going to remember. So, you know, it didn't come out the way we wanted, but it was something, you know, you stick that in your mind. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So guys, do you have any personal goals this year? Did you set any personal goals for progress?
Well, I mean, I've already exceeded one of my goals. I wanted to get 5 picks this year, and I'm already on 7. Still counting, so.
Leading
the state, yeah. He's all over the place. I said, I just wish instead of, you know, every interception he makes, he jumps about 8 feet in the air and he comes down on his back. And every time I'm scared to death that he's gonna be out, and he just comes over and just knocked the wind out of me a second. So that's what he does. Though, you've got to keep you young, I guess.
Whoever wants to answer, what's your favorite part of being a part of the Miners team?
I just like all my friends are on the team. I think it's a really good team. We all get along. Everybody gets along. There's no like hate between anybody. So that's my favorite.
All of our personalities blend together pretty well.
Personalities, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty important, right? Personalities are pretty important.
Absolutely, got to get together.
Yeah, it's pretty important, guys. So we always ask this question of everybody. I'm going to go with you, Brock. What's your favorite college football team?
Favorite college football team? I would have to say LSU.
LSU? Actually, you know what's funny? One of my reporters, Bill Whitmire, said he LSU tweeted the West game.
Really? Yeah. I gotta get up there to see one of them. I'm down there. I always say up there. It's always down.
It's always up there.
If you go down to Canada, you're going wrong.
You're lost somewhere. You took a turn somewhere.
Yeah, you can't go down to Canada. No, but I mean, so the next question, the follow-up question to that is always, if you could play a football game with your team in any stadium in the world, what would it be? Any stadium in the world, not just in the United States, in the world.
I would have to say one of the stadiums over in London that the NFL teams play on. I feel like going over to London would be a very cool and different experience, along with the atmosphere of the field. It's just completely different. I've never seen anything.
That's pretty cool, yeah. And the chairs are different over there too, chances it. So, follow-up question, the last part of that question is, what team would you want on the field to play against?
Oh, wow.
Who do you only pay in Europe to play football on that field?
Well, I mean, I'd have to go with the longest rivalry in Minersville, or it's probably one of our toughest rivalries with Nativity. Can't go wrong with the Minersville Nativity game.
Go wrong. Week 10 game.
There you go. That's a good answer.
It's a long trip to play that game.
I got a question for our water boy here. What's your favorite part of being part of the team? Like, what do you like most about Fridays?
Usually whenever they yell water, I run as fast as I can.
Wait, is that your favorite part? Is it? So you're up and down the field, right?
He's on the spot then, right? You got to show off those wheels to get the water out there.
It's also just fun to be on the field with the big guys, right? You can look up to them, right? So that's a good question. What do you guys do to mentor the younger football players in Minersville? Are you guys involved in that way?
Well, I mean, I would like to go to some of the younger kids' practices as well, and I try to encourage them and keep them together. And if any issues arise during practice, I try to help them resolve them in a better way that I feel like they are doing. Sometimes it's just a bunch of bickering, and we don't like that, so I try and resolve everything easier and keep everybody together as a team.
No.
I haven't let him get. He likes soccer. So.
He likes soccer?
He does.
Can you kick the ball pretty good? I'm going to tell you a secret. You can make millions of dollars if you learn how to kick a football. You don't get hit, you don't get hurt.
Best job.
It's the best job.
Long snapper. Long snapper.
Last year, Jason Collins.
Yeah, he was always on my
He was always on every weekend. Yeah, he was a kid who never played football, and then he came out to be our kicker. And about 2 weeks into the season, I guess, he said, you know, Coach, I try something else besides kicking. I said, what do you want to do? He said, I want to be a receiver. So I think the second pass he caught, he took it for about a 65-yard touchdown. He said, yeah, that'll work. That'll do it. So he ended up with like 800 or 900 yards receiving for us, and all he wanted to do was kick to start the year.
There you go. So what do you guys want to do after high school?
I know I'm going to go to a 4-year college, but I'm not sure what I'm going to major in.
Most likely, I'm going to a trade school, something construction, some trade.
This dude's going to make a lot of money right here. He's going to make a lot of money. So I do a lot of recruiting, and my tone just changed a little bit, because I tell kids right now, you have to go in the other door, sorry. Or you have to lock it, you have to stay and watch the rest of the show.
No,
sorry.
Francis Fries are getting
Yeah, so I tell kids right now, college is great, but if it's not for you, don't go to college, go to a trade school, because you can make $80-$90 an hour being a plumber. Where are you going to make that graduating from college? Right? So there's nothing wrong with going to college. So if you say I'm going to trade school, there's nothing wrong with going to college either. But when you say I'm going to trade school, you're going to be making money while he's accumulating debt. So that's a good thing. So trade school guys, I told a lot of kids in the city, I was in Philadelphia this past week for 5 games. And I told a lot of kids, I said, hey, you need to go to college. You don't.
There's so many opportunities to do. You can do anything. Trade school, college, you can go military. Like, there's so much for the kids to do that. If college isn't for you, there's going to be something. There's something for it.
That's right. And a lot of football players get sidetracked by that. Yeah, so you see a lot. I got to go to college. No, you don't. There's lots of jobs out there right now, especially right now. You can make a lot of money.
Everybody's hiring now.
Everything welding, like being a oil rig welder. They make $140 an hour.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a really good job.
They make $140 an hour. Then you come back and you be a decent mechanic and make $90 an hour. Nothing wrong with that. So you don't know what you want to be in college? No. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Because most people who go to college out of high school don't know what their major is. They think they know. But they change your major 5 times.
That's it. Just keep changing it. Yeah.
My daughter did. She went from being a landscape engineer to a horticultural expert to horticultural design to horticultural expert. Now she works in our shop.
She got what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just took a little bit, that's all.
Yeah, it took a detour.
Yep, that's all.
Karlee, what do you want to do when you graduate high school someday? Do you know yet?
I would like to hopefully go to a college somewhere in this area, like on the east side. I don't want to go too far away from home. But
What do you mean this area, like in northeast?
Oh no, not like this area, but like Duquesne was a school that I was actually looking at because I was really interested in.
Pittsburgh, yeah. It's a good school.
And also like up into like Syracuse and New York. I want to be a sports journalist and also do some media things along.
We have a former intern at Syracuse right now.
Yeah, really?
And we have an intern at Lehigh University right now. Yeah, he was down in Southeast PA last year. He was on Lehigh. Maybe Bucknell or something.
Yeah, Bucknell was a school that I was interested in.
That's actually my favorite stadium. Christy Mathewson Stadium.
It's a great place.
Great
place. The atmosphere there is awesome.
I wish we could have the state championships at Christy Mathewson Stadium. It would be awesome.
That atmosphere is cool.
It is really neat. It's like a bowl. It's awesome. It's really cool. But guys, pleasure having you here. I'm glad you came down. So, going into the last couple of games, what do you hope to get out of the last couple of games? I knew that was the answer. I just had to ask you a question. So, how's it looking for the playoff run?
Good. You know, as long as we get healthy, and we're working on it. And I think it's, you know, I love these kids. I love the team. You know, we face some adversity, but I'm always going to bet on these guys. You know, put us up against whoever we have. We've had some tough games over the years, but they're just going to fight. I'm always going to take Minersville against anybody. So I like what we have. I like these last 3 weeks, and I think we're going to be ready. The attitude's there, the enthusiasm's there. We had a nice practice today, so I think we're good. I think we're going to be good to go.
All right, we're going to take this out with rapid fire questions. Ready? Liam, you're in on this, okay? All right, you're in on this. So, favorite breakfast food? Waffles. Favorite dinner? When your dad takes you out for dinner, what's your favorite restaurant? Besides this place? DiMaggio's. Why?
He likes
the
pizza.
pizza.
We got a sweet sauce pizza.
Favorite place to go on vacation?
Alabama.
If you could drive any car at all, and somebody's going to give it to you, what's it going to be? Any vehicle.
He's killing
it. Rapid fire.
It's a slow fire. It's not a rapid fire.
The lever's jammed. The lever's jammed.
Gillian, I want to follow up on that Alabama. How come Alabama?
I went to a lake there a couple years ago, and I went there with my family and my mom's sister's family, and we all just had a great time. There was a whole bunch of us there.
You like all that humidity and
It didn't really bother us that much, honestly. We were always out.
So like a stick, look at that.
Yeah, like a.
He doesn't have any fat on his body. He's like, also a bone. Come on. Did you get that car yet? Did you come up with that vehicle yet? What vehicle?
Ford Power Stroke.
Ford Power Stroke? All right. Nothing wrong with that. What's your favorite movie?
The
Sandlot. Yeah. That's it, man.
Besides
Besides football, what's your favorite sport?
To play or watch? It's baseball.
Baseball? Favorite movie star?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
That's a good one.
That's, yeah.
When your
When your
dad
dad
is
is coaching football, what do you like to do with your dad?
Like during the game?
No, when he's not coaching football at all. No football. What's your favorite thing to do with your dad? Watch a movie with dad. Yeah?
That's it.
That's it. Dad, where do you like to go on vacation?
Lewis, Delaware. It's my favorite place.
That's a
good place.
Love it there. People are awesome. Atmosphere is awesome. It's like a small town.
Favorite NFL team?
Green Bay Packers.
We haven't. We haven't. You know what? We'll go over and watch it, but we don't ever go across because we end up on the beach and not going anywhere. So.
I'm not a beach guy. Where do you like to go on vacation?
Beaches, and usually Georgia, because I have family down there. So.
Yeah.
Who is actually paying attention.
I am Pam. What's up? How you doing? She's doing a good job, right? Yeah. She is. Well, the Miners, thanks for coming to the show today. I'm glad we can have you on the show.
Yeah, anytime. I appreciate it.
I wish you guys the best of luck in the future. I hope to see you down the road on the playoffs.
And I have another
You'll see Dan. Okay, Dan, go ahead.
Yes.
Have you found any more golf?
That's a great question. We have a running tally in our coaches' room of the golf balls that we find each day. And, you know, it's come down a little bit lately, but usually these guys take all the good ones, so we're left with like the pink ones and the blue ones and stuff like that. But they grab the good ones right away. But I think we're up over 100.
Which way the jargon gathering them all up?
There's a golf course nearby.
There's not. No, we went out to practice at. Was it during camp, guys? It was over the summer. We showed up one day and we got on the field and there was like 35 golf balls around our field, all over. So we took our warm up, and our warm up was literally walking the field picking up the golf balls. So we thought we got them all, and then they just ended up showing up at all. So we don't know if somebody's hitting them from up top or where they're coming from, but you know, somebody's short game needs some work because they're sprayed all over the field. But yeah, we're probably up about 100, 125 on the year.
That's great. That's a good story. It is. It's a good story. So, anyway, Justin, thanks for coming. And, guys, Brock, thanks for coming. Liam, thanks for being here. And we appreciate it. And go Miners. Have a good season.
Thank you very much, Karlee. Great job.
Thank you
It's
very
good
much.
seeing you.
All right,
Good luck on everything.
We're going to wrap the show up with some big game hunting right after these words from our sponsors. Dan, take us away.
Coach Com is the proven and trusted leader.
All right,
coaching
awesome.
communications.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Thanks, Liam.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure, Justin. Always a pleasure. Liam, I'll see you again, man.
Guys.
I'll probably be seeing you for the next 10 years, right? How old are you?
Is the proven and trusted leader in coaching
So, next
communications.
9 years.
For over 30 years, we've built our business on communication and winning, with the goal
No
of
fly zone
your
block.
team with the best coaching communication.
He's all over the place.
No fly zone block.
If he just would stop landing on his back, though, it would be wonderful.
Yeah. Don't land on your backs.
Choose Coach
Thank
Com
you, yeah.
I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to make this one a short one, Dan.
to provide the very best in technology and winning solutions.
Karlee, I'm going to move into the middle with you.
There are two things in life that you can't outmaneuver. Taxes
27.
and debt.
We're going to do rankings first. Let me go over real quick.
You can outrun
I have a splinter hole.
if you're fast enough.
You got to move the wood. We had
11, 8,
You can teach
5,
speed.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we're back live. We're back here in Pottsville. We're having a good time. We had, we want to thank Pottsville for showing up, Tom McGooey, and we want to thank Mike Farr from Schuylkill for being here. I want to thank Justin France for being here, and Tom Gallagher and the Miners and the Blue Eagles and the Crimson Tide. Thanks everybody for being on the show. We stuffed 4 in. I think we're running over a little bit by damn 20 minutes, but that's okay. We had 4 teams, so we're just going to keep on going. These segments always seem to get longer and longer. I want to thank Karlee Fager, my intern, for being here. Karlee, you're doing a great job so far. Just going to talk real quick about the rankings on our website, PFNCrew.com. Not many changes this week, Dan. Our guys we have a crack group of guys who every Sunday night we get together and we have a long meeting and you know, we have our District 10 experts, we have our District 7 experts, we have our all-around experts, that's me. We have our District 11 guys, that's Hollywood, and we have some guys down in District 1 and District 3, and we just have a really good crew of guys, and we nailed it. I mean, I'm not going to say anything else. We nailed it. And, very few changes. You got St. Joe's and Garden Valley up at the top. Big game this week with State College in Harrisburg. 5A up in Dublin. It hasn't changed. You can see it, Karlee. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Previous ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way around. One team that I do want to put on the radar for everybody is Williams Valley. We pulled them back up into the honorable mention section. They are probably they are the smallest 2A school and probably one of the best 1A schools. If they were in 1A, they would be highly ranked. So not many are there. You can go to our website, PAFootballnews.com, and check out the rankings. Big game hunting. I like to finish off the show with big game hunting. Karlee, I tell people where the big games are. Big game is wherever your home team is, but if you're one of those people who travel, these are some of the games that we picked out for you. Down in District 1, 5-1 down in Town West, who didn't play last week because of COVID, or because of Coatesville and all that kind of stuff going on down there. They play Chester. The Clippers are on fire this year. They're railing it up. And Coach down there at Chester is doing a good job with that team, and they're setting records. They set a couple of records this past weekend, and we're going to see what these two teams have when they clash. It's a big clash down there. Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley in District 3, and Hempfield and Exeter Township. I know Pat's going to that game, Exeter and Hempfield. Hempfield with a big win this weekend over Manheim Township. Big win. And then I guess you would say this is probably the biggest game of the weekend. Harrisburg at 5-1, State College at 7-0. They're pretty much playing for the Commonwealth Division Chief title right there. That's going to be a huge game. Dan, you're going there, right?
I'm going to be going there.
That's right. You know, it's a good thing because Bill's going to LSU, so I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So you're going to be there all by yourself covering that big game. That's a huge game.
It's a huge game. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'll be able to take care of it.
You'll be good. You just go over and say hi to my friend Matt Lintel and the State College Little Lions. They got one. You're gonna get to see one. Well, you're gonna get to see two of the best backs in the state. State College and Harrisburg both have some best guys. Karlee, we got Jersey Shore, who's averaging 62 points a game. I'd like to cover that every week.
Wow. We're supposed to be pretty long then.
Yes. Well, we tell you not to write about every single score. You just kind of like do the highlights. That's right. They're going to play them on Pottsville. That could be an interesting game. Might be a trap game for Jersey Shore. They're right down the road from each other. You want to handle the next one?
Give it a shot.
Conemaugh.
Township.
The English language is dumb. I don't understand it. Like, O-U-G-H is, it could be Drew, it could be Trough, it's all. I don't get it.
Well, they're facing Berlin Brothers Valley.
That's down in District 5. That is a huge game, Dan. Berlin Brothers. Berlin. And what's the significance with Berlin this year? Listen to this, Karlee.
They have not given up a point.
Not one single point. They've shut out every single team they've played. That's an amazing stat. My game this weekend is Penns Valley and Tyrone. The Mountain League, this is the last year for the Mountain League up in District 6, up in that area. Clearfield was on the inside track. They went down to Tyrone last week. Tyrone's coming into Penns Valley. If Penns Valley beats Tyrone, Tyrone drops in the ranking. So it could be a big old mess, and that's just, you know, the Mountain League, they all want to win this last Mountain League title. Penns Manor, the Comets playing Cambria Heights this weekend. That's a big game over in Cambria County. That's where we'll be. Yeah, see, we have Cambria Heights, we have Northern Cambria, we have Cambria County, we have a kind of Cambria over there. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just, I don't get it. Out in District 7, California, Carmichael's, we got Ligonier Valley playing Sarah Catholic. Sarah Catholic struggled last week, and we're going to see what they got, because Coach Beidel has it going on with Ligonier Valley again. He's doing a good job. He took a big loss to Powerhouse Steel Valley. Laurel and Southside, I think Shane said he's going to that game, didn't he, Dan? We have, I think AJ's going to the Gateway and Kingsport game. Port Allegheny and Red Bank should be a nice battle up in District 9. We got Sharpsville and Grove City. That's the game up there in District 10 this week. And then the big one. Nazareth and Emmaus. Nazareth 6-1, Emmaus 8-0. That's a huge game down in EPC South. Dan, what about Northern Lehigh and Bangor? That should be a nice game, right?
Yeah, Northern Lehigh is big upset. Big victory over Notre Dame Fremont.
Last minute victory, right?
Yeah, 40-33. And another big game of Parway is Palmer and 5-2 at North Schuylkill.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Yeah, that should be a good game too. And then down in District 12 land, we have Bonner, Prendy, and Lansdale Catholic. That's a big game down there. And we can't forget our folks over in the Interact. They start Interact play this week. And Germantown Academy and Episcopal Academy are going to face off. I think all the Interact teams are undefeated, Dan, in preseason play. Yeah. So that wraps up our show this week. That takes care of the big game hunting. I want to thank again. I want to thank. Where are we at, Karlee?
We're at the Crimson.
We want to thank the Crimson House. I wanted you to talk. That's we're at the Crimson House in Pottsville. I got to thank the Crimson House for hosting us. Kind of wish more people showed up, but you know we're going to come back here and we're going to drag people out here. But thanks to Crimson House. I want to thank all of our sponsors and especially Funding Zone for being a big part of our website. They got an exciting announcement coming up very soon. The Funding Zone does, and it's going to be an announcement that I'm going to be happy to make. And they're one of my, Mike and all the guys are all my favorite guys. And, I have a blast with those guys out there. Anybody out there that wants to be an intern right here is a prime example. They should be right here. It's fun. What's one of the best perks that you have from being an intern?
Well, I'm a huge sports fan, so I think just like being so close to the action, it's a really awesome experience to see everyone, playing on the field together. And I'm friends with a couple of the players on the team, so just seeing them, play their sport out on the field and how much heart and passion they put into it, it's a great place to see.
Yeah, you write pretty good too, so give you credit for that. You're a good writer. Yeah, big words, dashes, hyphens, more than one capital letter in a word. See you later, guys. Thanks a lot. So this has been the State of PA football for week 7, going into week 8. Get out and see a game. Be a fan. Be a good sport if you're playing in the game. Don't forget, thank the referees. If you're a player, say thank you, referee, for allowing me to do what I do. This is Billy Splain for Karlee F. And hold on here. And for Hollywood, who isn't here tonight. There's Hollywood. He's in the hospital tonight. Say a prayer for Hollywood. I'm Billy Splain. This was the same PA Football. PAFootballnews.com. Check us out on the web. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Take it out, Ken.
I have the chair mug. Thank you.
Boom. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
If you need help raising funds for your program,
Not a fun part.
please contact us at 570-885.
Going home to bed, that is the fun part.
I got a 2-hour drive. But I ain't going home to bed. Then I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and milk cows.
We officially
I get to get up at 5 and go to work.
for the sport that we love. And so as long as you keep them first, then
But you know what?
it's going to be a great experience.
Could be worse. I could be Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
The money I've made from officiating for the past 2 years, I've put all that
Don't
money.
forget to tell your name. Everybody else say hello.
6 months.
Thank you. Have a good night. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. I wish more people showed up.
Yeah. I don't know. What's going on?
I advertise in dog out here.
So I should really run that every player because that's like.
Getting that call.
Oh, they said they were practicing.
Sometimes I see student athletes
I had messages
that I officiated years and years and years ago.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Like,
I think I understand practicing, but I think they got that. So they were. If they practiced at 5.
Circle W Sports is the complete all-in-one platform for high school sports, designed by former athletes, coaches, and athletic directors. Circle W Sports gives school and team personnel an easier solution to run their entire athletic departments with the help of these features.
She's gonna be around for a while, man.
Creating master
You'll
schedules,
be around for a while.
configure your division,
You'll get her a driver's
build
license.
track
She
league
can cover
all-stars,
some big
and much
games.
more.
You realize now that you have to give her an extended amount of time to finish her article, so she gets to have time, so it's going to be harder for her.
Get paid within hours
You realize
instead
that, right?
of days
For
or
what?
weeks.
You're going to have to give her an extended amount of time to turn her article in, so she has to dumb it down. It's going to be harder for her to write.
Learn how to track your
Right?
workout or camp and combine statistics and
That was one of the things I scolded all my people about last week.
after your results are tallied. The Stat Tracker app helps keep your fans involved, whether they are in the stands or at home.
I mean, she's good at it, so
For more
I've been doing that
information,
with
visit
Robin.
CircleWsports.com.
You're not an intern. I'm going to have to tell you.
Well, no, I know.
And the PSFCA Big 33.
I don't like to be tough on my interns, but I like them to have real world experience.
Yeah.
Because I had interns get part-time jobs as newspapers. Like, it would not surprise me if the Republican Herald said, hey,
Oh, that was yours. That was me. Okay,
the Republican Herald said,
oh, don't worry. I thought I almost tipped the table.
I would say no.
She's awesome.
Mike is an awesome person. He does a lot of extras.
Oh, I'm glad I did.
Thank you. I like all this.
I'm kind of like that too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Safe.
Yep, sorry Dan.
No, not.
I hope Hollywood.
Clock is going to move it. They're off the field.
Doing it again, but during the commercials, audio was on.